Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tombs of Scoria. We have a good session coming up for you guys today. Last week, we had Mooton's solo session, which was, I think, highly productive. And the week before that, we had the trap that the party walked into and fought their way out of, which was also highly productive. So, before we hop into game, anyone have anything they want to bring to the table?
Well, we were talking about milestone leveling and how if we were to do that, it would make sense to just level me up to level 10 right now. So I was just wondering if you'd given that any thought.
Why don't we wait until you
one more
want
session.
to milestone, and then we will switch to milestone and just stop giving XP at that point. So rather than give XP and then move to milestone initially, when we get to a point where you're like, cool, let's switch, then we can switch.
Well, I think we all just leveled up, didn't we?
No,
Yeah.
I'm 10,000 off the next level
Except
for
for-
Wizard. Yeah.
So whenever he gets his 10k XP is kind of when we swap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sounds like a good plan.
can I have my spell book that Anton has got for me? Do we have that? From
He's
the
like,
Wizard's
fuck, I
house?
didn't get that one together.
What's
In the solo session, he
In the
arrested
solo
that.
session, the wizard that I got, yeah, she had a spell book.
Fuck, I forgot all about her.
Uh-oh.
Ah, shit. All right, I will start creating a spell list as you guys tell us where you are and what's going on.
Can you tell us where we are? Because I did my solo session, so I'm guessing we're gonna fast.
So
or-
we should, we should pop in and out through the middle of that. So the most important part of your solo session that these guys need to be aware of is when you. Why don't you explain it? What did you do to Justine?
Oh, I amuleted Justine, and it said that she was actually in which part of Mystery of Koibu?
She was in Grumpburn,
Okay,
this
she went-
city
yeah.
right here.
She went to Grumpburn, then like the next day, I guess I amuleted her again, and now she's in Mystria.
Yes, when you amulet her again, I assume you find out her location and all go on your way to your brothers, and as you get to them or as you're approaching the house, you check back in, and she is all the way in Crownhold already.
She's in Crownhold. Ah, fuck.
Yeah. That is the capital of Mystria, for those of you who aren't following along on your map.
Well, you've marked her, so we do kind of have to go after her, right?
Wait, you did mark her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
we had to mark her.
Well,
Yeah, she's in Crownhold. We don't really have to go now. We can kind of get her whenever, but
Well, I will say, right, think about it. She's a necromancer. Her abode in Crownhold is not going to be like out in the open where loads of people are going to be able to see it. It's going to be in some like secret underground catacombs, or, if we can get to her lair and kill her there, it's unlikely that we're going to be surrounded by witnesses. So if we can teleport directly to where she is, fight through her lair, kill her, and teleport out, hopefully we never even have to interact with the denizens of that hateful place.
where is this on the map again?
it's Mystria. It's in the right here.
Wait, sorry, fuck. Ping that again?
I'm showing
Oh,
it with
I
a
gotcha.
ruler.
What's the name of the place again?
Crownhold.
Yeah.
So Anton, you're saying that she fled to Grumprun and then somehow teleported to Mystria, or
That's what it seems like. In the hour I've been walking home to tell you where she is, she instantly appeared in Crownhold. Seems like she had
Interesting.
teleportation or something.
I wouldn't have thought a necromancer could cast a spell like that.
I could be wrong, but I seem to recall our friends had a slow teleport, I think, in that area.
They did. They had us a way into the Western Bluff, if I recall.
Something like that, yeah.
We could also maybe talk to the elves here, and they might be able to take us through the Fey Wilds to Lothrin. I think they've done that before. And then we could kind of go over. But yeah,
I feel like we can get into Mystria ourselves without too much trouble.
It's not about trouble, it's about
Whatever the
sneaking.
quickest way is.
It's about the quietest way.
Well, I'm saying we could walk up to the Silurios forest or something like that and fly invisibly from there. into Crownhold.
I would assume if this is the Mystrian capital that we're not going to be able to just enter invisibly and not be seen by anything.
Maybe not into the city
agree.
itself, but we could get in the wilderness somewhere and make our way in. But I mean, ideally, we scry on this person until get an idea of where she is so we can teleport there. We could use an inch of the candle to get directly to her.
We don't think that it's going to be blocked with like a forbidden spell or something?
How many
Her
forbidden
lair?
spells can there be?
Probably. Her
Well-
lair, probably not. But if she's in the castle, then yes.
If anybody's
Oh,
going to
she's in the
have
castle.
forbidden spells, it's going to be these types of people, right? This is we should expect all of them. I think that it's best that we go to the queen with this, and then we talk to her about this, because this is now we're getting into some pretty serious stuff. We're going to be talking about going into a Mystrian capital and stuff. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I think we should let her know.
Also, this my memory. I'm going meta here, but when we talked to the queen, what didn't we sabotage like Bridgelight, High Meadow? Weren't other people doing this when we were on our VOA adventures? Remember?
Yes, and actually, we're going to be hearing a lot about that in a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Because there's a lot of sabotage going, I think in Foghaven too, around these areas, so that might be impacting like movability and everything going over there too. Okay, I think it's best we go to the queen.
I agree.
Fair enough. Yep.
Anton in his solo session repaired relationships with Ark Sambar. He
Nice.
was chilling with the queen. Anton has somewhat turned a new leaf
Okay.
after talking to his gaudy mommy.
Wow.
We love to see it. We're on the right path now, lads. It pleases Imric to see Anton with a spring in his step and the hate gone from his eyes.
Oh, once Anton figured out that he's lawful neutral, he is no longer going to conceal his alignment all the time.
Oh,
He's good with that.
how nice. Right. Well, to the queen then. We, wander through the city, Neil, waving off our fans that come to swarm us, pushing our way through the thronging crowds of women.
Mm-hmm.
Anton did a big speech as well, yeah.
Yeah. And we make it to the keep.
You make your way to the keep, where you will find that there are already people assembling for a debriefing of sorts. You'll see that the keep is a flutter with business. Guards go to and fro, officials, generals, all sorts of scribes and military intelligence officers are gathered in the main courtyard. And as you guys enter in over the drawbridge, past the first wall, you can see that many of them have their eyes turned to the lot of you. No one comes to approach you, and they mostly stay in their circles talking, but you can see the shift in attention as you guys enter the main courtyard of the castle.
Like a good attention, or is it like they're staring awkwardly at us that we've like fucked up?
It's not accusatory,
Okay.
but I don't think you're used to getting this much attention from this many high ups. Like you've been, the common folk have been paying attention to you as you walk through the city streets, but you've mostly been insulated from the actual Dracissian army. And here you are sort of in and amongst their midst, and they, for the first time, get a chance to really see who the hell these McGarry people are now. And they're taking their opportunity to do so.
Good.
Anton's decked out in all his gear.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give one of the generals, I'll meet his gaze and give him a nod.
Mm-hmm.
And carry on walking. I mean, I don't think we're intimidated by these people.
Nope. We're pushing forward to the to see if we can talk to
Yeah.
the queen, I guess, yeah. Or have we made an appointment yet, or are we just walking in and doing this?
No, you guys are just showing up to make an
Oh.
appointment. You'll get that there's some sort of debriefing going on that the queen is privy to, and it'll take a couple more hours. But after that, she would be happy to see you. In fact, she was going to call you after this meeting anyway. So
As we walk in, I'll turn to one of the generals and give him a look and say, keep up the good work, lads. We couldn't do it without you. And then turn around and walk back in.
We're like the
Yeah.
quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They're the
yeah,
lions.
they sort of just nod their heads in your direction as you do these things and mutter amongst themselves. You can see small little hand gestures here and there pointing to your various weapons. You get the impression that they are curious as to these artifacts they've heard about. these dragon slaying weapons, and they're, Anton's got 2 spears, right? So which one is it? Which one's the dragon slaying spear? Is that the bow on the mage? I didn't think the mage used a bow. That's a weird, that sort of attention.
Yeah.
I cast Unfailing Endurance on everybody.
Perfect.
Heads up.
Yeah, so do we have to hang out for a bit and wait for the queen, or does she?
Yep.
Okay.
Unless there's something you want to do, we can just fast forward to that. But you are
we're waiting,
of military-minded folks. If you have anything that you want to interact them with,
Anton will probably mingle about, ask how the war is going, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll mingle.
I'm
I
sure-
also want to get
yeah.
a general consensus. Like, what's the morale like? Like, do people feel hopeful? Do people feel excited? Do people feel like worn out and fatigued? Like, yeah, what is the general mood?
the general consensus is that the plan so far is working. Drekis has lost very little territory, and the Mystrians are suffering from food shortages, along with all the other problems that have been plaguing them for generations now. And so the idea of hold and just slowly starve them out is kind of working. And everyone seems to be sort of happy about that. You will find one of the former Ralwickian generals from up north who is a little bit more grim. He's seen the front lines, and he's firsthand witnessed both Bridgegate and Ralwick destroyed by Dragonfire. Because of these, the general is very grim. He keeps telling everyone, as you wait for hours, to remember that Scoria can make flybys across towns and scorch them. He reminds everyone of the northwest and south towns that were scorched by a single overpass of Scoria, and how much devastation she can cause. And then he says something about, like, thank God for the elves, and then sort of leaves it in the air like that. And everyone else seems to understand what he's talking about and sort of nods their head, and then pats him on the back and says things like, well, yes, but the heart of the kingdom is still... There's always going to be
Do we understand what he's
casualties."
talking about when he says that?
yeah, no, Anton will speak up and ask about it if we don't.
Or like quietly, like elves? Not like a, what do you mean the elves? Like elves?
Yeah, it's like an inquisitive.
One of the folks there nods and says, yes, the elven warriors.
How
By
often
God
do
for
these,
them.
do they fight on the front lines with you?
There's a bit of awkward silence as they decide whether or not they should say anything to you. Eventually, one of the fellows there speaks up and says, no. Lothrin, one of their towns nearby Scoria's lair, has I don't know how you would call them, what their formations are, but groups of elves that wait for Scoria to leave and then make attempts to infiltrate or assault her lair. The top of it is guarded with a great many flying creatures, so entrance is not always feasible, but skillful warriors of great ability, imbued with spells and accompanied by mages, have been able to make their way in through the peak of her lair,
Okay,
and escape when she begins to return.
Okay, we nod along. We've already known this. I didn't know if they
We
meant
did
that there
know
was
this,
like...
yeah.
I didn't know if they meant that like the elves were fighting alongside them or something crazy. Is it possible to recognize here, are there any generals that would have been leading like any of the companies or any of the groups that our father would have been fighting in?
Dad, yeah.
Yes, you do see. Get a name right here. General O'Malley. He is the officer in charge of the defense of Bon Theris. Your father would have been serving either directly under him or maybe like another rung down. You're not exactly sure how the chain of command would have worked, but General O'Malley is here, and your father would have served under him.
Can we kind of like strike up a conversation? Like, how was his time on the front lines? Like, did he fight well?
Your father? I don't think he had to draw his sword and plunge it into anyone, but he performed his duties admirably. Yes, we are all saddened to hear of the death of the Queen's brother-in-law.
Okay, we nod. Does it sound like he's giving kind of like a polite answer? Like, he probably shouldn't say that our dad was like a lazy, fat piece of shit? Or is it just like he was
You're definitely getting a probably more friendly answer than you're getting the party answer when you meet someone. Oh, how are you doing? Oh, I'm great.
Yeah.
I hear my dad served under you. Oh, he's such a good man. Your father does his job great. That might be true, but it also might just be polite lip service in this,
Yeah.
unusual social setting.
This guy's a general, right?
Yeah, General
Yes.
O'Malley. Okay.
When we were talking about, they were having the conversation about how the war's going quite well. The whole strategy and almost like starving out Mystria is working. Mm-hmm. I'll say, I was under the impression that Matava were helping with their supplies, giving them food and such.
Well, certainly something that has been suspect for some time, but if you just look at the size of Matava and their arable land, there's only so much food that they can produce in excess of what they consume themselves.
If Matava were to abandon Mystria's cause, how much of a difference would this make to their ability to hold out?
Do you mean abandon or turn against them?
Abandon. Just stop providing supplies.
Hard to say. Maybe other suppliers could be found. There's a northern empire in Old Eridon that is still somewhat functioning. Additionally, there's the Western Kingdom the Eastern Kingdom that used to be, what was it called? Wake County over in Eridon. Either of those places could provide supplies.
You think High Castle would supply Mystria? Have they not felt the wrath of Scoria themselves?
He said Eastern, so he's talking about Clydesdale, brother. High Castle.
Oh, both of them, actually.
yeah.
The Eastern and the
Well,
Western
High Castle
sections
is
of
closer.
Eridon.
Fuck, I thought High Castle was like taking over some shit.
Wouldn't it be? It would be difficult for Wake County to supply Mystria, no?
They have ships. Good sir, ships. Easy to get to Mystria via ship.
I suppose.
But that's where the Matavans come in. They have a large enough fleet that if they wanted, they could probably block the Grand Canals. So if the Matava simply walks away, then who knows what would change. If Matava turned against them, on the other hand, that would landlock Mystria, essentially. They would have certainly the Eastern Canal that they could run through. Perhaps, depending on specific logistics. But I believe the Matavans could block off supplies, not just at the threshold, but near the Strait of Aemon or the Saren Strait. Either way, they could.
How well do we understand Matava's leadership? I feel like they could be intimidated to staying out of the war, to have them turn on Mystria.
Unlikely.
Yeah.
They are bristly militaristic people, the entire slave class of warriors.
I talked to Antil says casually. I talked to Valthara and she said explicitly that there is not a single soul within the Matavan royal line who is empathetic to our cause.
Yes, country.
Sounds about right.
Well, we'd considered perhaps trying to do something about them, scare them out of the war, but it sounds like the Mystrians would find supplies somewhere else.
Often in wartime, it's hard to have any real facts. We can at best have notions and feelings, maybe specific small bits of information. Getting spies in and out of Matava is incredibly hard, so understanding what's happening there is... We're not sure if our spies are turned by them or were double agents to begin with. We hate to rely on any information we get out of Matava. But as long as they're supplying Mystria's... As long as the supplies they provide Mystria aren't significant enough to impact their ability to feed themselves on a grand scale, their involvement is not that important, I believe.
Very well. Thanks for the information, General
Chester.
General Chester. Nice to meet you. I'll shake his hand.
To the queen?
And you are the Queen's sister's sons, are you not?
We are.
We're the McGarrys. Not the queen's sister's
Yes.
sons, to be clear.
We are both of those things, brother.
Of course. We have our own name, though.
Indeed.
They say you slay dragons.
Where do you think they got this armor?
He comes up and like gives it a tap with his finger, and then like kind of thumbs the scales a little bit, testing them. They seem to be genuine dragon scale, as far as I can tell, which is
Not very
Like,
far
not
at
a
all, I'm
lot.
sure.
Have you ever seen a dragon?
I have. So I've seen Scoria fly overhead.
Anon.
They look a lot different when you're 3 feet away from one.
I'm sure. So, McGarry brothers, how long until you bring Scoria down?
Scoria is
question.
she's a different beast to the other dragons. We're still lining the ropes on how best to fight these creatures. They can be more tricksy and devilish than you might imagine. Some of them have employed very advanced tactics against us, almost as if they were informed personally of our capabilities.
The last one dropped boulders on us for 10 hours. Just dodged for a whole night.
1,000 feet in the air.
Sounds dangerous.
Was.
And yet here you stand.
Indeed.
Once cornered in their lairs, they're not quite as fearsome as they seem when they fly over your head. This last one almost seemed scared.
So all we have to do is get you inside Scoria's lair, and you can take care of it from there.
Perhaps.
Soon.
There's still a few hiccups along the way, but yes, that's the plan. You said, I heard something about the elves knowing a passageway to our lair. Perhaps when the time is right, we will work with them.
Well, that's if you can get them to tell you anything. Damned fools don't want to share any information with us. Every time we ask, they say we are not to be trusted, that our minds are too easy to break and bend into.
We have friends in
There's not a
Feywild. I believe it could be possible.
Do you really, though?
We've worked with the elves a few times.
That does not make you friends with them. I've been on this earth maybe 3 times as long as you all. He says, like, eyeing you and realizing that maybe you're a little bit older than he thinks. And I wouldn't think a single one of them truly considers me a friend. They speak pleasantly with smiles and kind words and, paternal and maternal pats on the shoulder, but out of sight, out of mind.
Sometimes the greatest friends are made out of necessity. And Scoria seems to be that. I don't think
We
we'll have a
shared
problem.
goal, at least.
Well, best of luck to you lads.
Who was that?
General Chester.
General Chester.
I'll give him a handshake.
Yes. General Chester is from Outlast.
Cool.
And then which family is he part
Oh.
of? Did we just get General Chester?
The
a-
Chester family.
The Chester family. Okay.
So you probably know Shelley Tulwick, right? This
I
guy.
do.
Shelley and I have been in... we've been writing to each other since we met in Cronwick. A lovely lady.
That's odd. I've not heard anything about you and Lady Tolwick.
Well, nothing has really happened. I've been far too busy for romantic endeavours, but perhaps once this is all over, my mother does grow more and more desperate by the day for us all to be wed.
I don't know if her father's aware of your writings. Did you introduce yourself to her parents?
I did. We all met them. We shared quite a horrible happenstance, if you remember, brothers, when we were in the Cronwick Keep. There was some sort of heist.
There was some theft from the keep
It's
in
distressing.
Cronwick.
Yeah, none of us are wearing the fire protection rings, right?
Even if we were, it's not like he would recognize like a ring
Yeah.
of fire.
Sure. Well, he might.
Yeah.
No,
but probably
no
not.
fucking way. There's tons of these. We've got like 10 of these throughout the land. No, fuck him. And we're not wearing. We shouldn't be wearing them right now anyway. But
Well, I don't think I'm wearing it, but yeah. That shouldn't matter.
Interesting theft, that one. Initially, it was chalked up to mystery and spies, but after some assessments, it seems unlikely. Or maybe not. There's still the theory that Scoria is attempting to gather together all of the anti-dragon fire protection style magical items and hoard them for herself, lest they fall into our hands.
Certain
But
of it.
I
She'd
don't
be
know if
stupid
her
not to.
reaches quite so far as to find one hidden away in Cronwick like that.
Well, if you'd seen what we just encountered in the swamp outside of Wigthron Renta, then you wouldn't question the reach of Scoria's minions.
What did you find in the swamps? Blackroot Marsh, I believe?
The lair of a necromancer and hundreds, if not thousands, of undead.
He pauses. That is just a few miles from here. Are you saying that there's an army of 1,000 undead within a day's march of the capital?
Not anymore.
Are you saying that you tri-handedly destroyed 1,000 undead?
A nod? More or less.
At least a few hundred.
There's a great difference between a few hundred and thousands.
Perhaps.
Some would say an order of magnitude difference.
It's hard
When
to
you're
get
in
an
a room-
accurate count.
Yeah. Fighting limitless undead who are attacking you, General. It might be
Yes,
hard
this
to
must
get an
be-
accurate count.
Some of the famous McGarry wibbly-wobbly timey-wimey speech, where things are said but not entirely meant accurately.
I give a look to Tyrael.
I think it's best that we make our appointment with the Queen.
Yes.
Good to meet you, General.
Pleasure's all yours, I'm sure.
All right, yeah, we leave him in the dust.
Hours later, you can finally get brought into the castle. You will be in a smallish room. It's just the queen, 2 of her bodyguards, and Mr. Clertis. And she looks weary. With her are some stacks of papers that she is going over. She doesn't bother to rise at your presence, nor do the others. She just instead motions for you to sit before her. A servant is out here and quickly asks you if you want anything to eat or drink, while the queen begins to dive into some information.
A glass of fine wine, please.
Yeah, make that too.
My nephews. I'm sure you'll recall some months ago, you had lent 2 of your more subterfuge-oriented magical items to some of our spies, who have come back now with information.
Yes.
We get our
Pray
shit
tell.
back.
I've spent the afternoon debriefing with them, and I have compiled bits that you should know. I must say the situation is mixed. There's good news and bad news. Without any other place to start, let me just go through it. The first bit of information is about Scoria herself. Apparently, she is almost always in dragon form. That is 99% of the time the form she takes. There are only reports of her. No one has actually seen this, but reports of her sometimes in human form when visiting the capital, Crownhold. But aside from those instances of visiting the capital, she seems to always be in her natural state.
Just curious, is there a pattern to her visits to Crownhold, or are these random?
We're not even aware of exactly when they are.
Okay.
These are rumors collected by spies.
Okay.
Also regarding Scoria is that Crownhold is not the place in which she holds her meetings. If any of her people need to speak with her, she takes meetings in her lair, deep within the Wormwood. The Wormwood itself seems to be randomly patrolled by large groups of monsters. Our spies say that the locals report anyone who ventures into the Wormwood never comes out, are probably eaten by the denizens there within, and anyone passing too close to the Wormwood is risking attack by monsters. There's a road between High Meadow and Crownhold, with a bridge crossing right next to the Wormwood, which is considered dangerous, even by the locals, for the close lair guards of Scoria are given free rein in that region to venture out to consume anything they wish. So it's best not to go near it. I think this is good information for us. It means that Mystria is not entirely unified that there is internal strife and fighting, which we will get to a little bit later as there are other signs of disrupt among them. Scoria occasionally will execute spies, traitors, those who fail her, and others who are suspected of ill doings, primarily by lifting them high into the sky and dropping them on the nearby towns and cities. For example, a Dracissian spy of ours was caught in Crownhold and later dropped from above the clouds into the market square in Crownhold, crushing nearby civilians. These forms of execution are highly public and used to instill terror, to keep the population in line, and do sometimes have collateral damage, structures, civilians. Next, we have some information about her underlings. The Enforcers are a group of Scoria's troops. I think we've mentioned them before. They have taken over Longcast and Kneecap, conquered those two cities, towns, and turned their forces into subservient forces of Mystria. Harbin is the half-ogre who leads them. And it appears that the troops from Longcast and Kneecap that have been pressed into service, along with the rest of the Enforcers, have turned to march northward through Smuggler's Pass, conceivably to Confluence or Meadstead to continue Eridonian conquest.
You think they mean to march on High Castle?
I can't imagine that they could. High Castle is well defended, and our reports say the Enforcers number in the low hundreds.
Did you say half orc or half ogre?
A half ogre mage. I'm sorry,
But,
the Enforcers numbered in the thousands at their peak. They've probably lost many by now, somewhere probably in the mid hundreds to high hundreds. Now with additional human troops moving towards Confluence or Meadstead or one of those other squishy villages and towns to the north.
Stopping their advance, killing this half ogre, you think that would help our position, or only mean to serve Eridon?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Anything that can damage Mystria at this point is useful to us.
Of course, but our time is... Mm-hmm. Go on. Well, I was to say that our time is limited, and if it may be beneficial to stop this half ogre, but if it's low down on the list of priorities, then perhaps it's not worth it.
Our intelligence sources tell us that Harbin holds the Enforcers together through fear and sheer force of will. Beneath Harbin are many sub-factions, each with their own leaders, each who would try to take control of the group if it were not for Harbin himself at the top. It's estimated that Harbin's demise would send the remnants of the Enforcers to battling each other, hopefully cutting their numbers in half and taking 3 to 6 months before they could be reformed into a cohesive force. If a successful leader were to reemerge, that could be quite useful for us.
This Harbin ogre, do we have any idea of his capabilities? Perhaps we could achieve two things. You know, if he's a mage, he's likely to be well equipped.
He seems to be like yourself, a warrior and a spellcaster. Skilled with spear and with spell. The exact extent of his abilities are not entirely known. The Enforcers are brutal. They take no prisoners, they take no quarry, they simply smash. So there are few witnesses to his powers.
Are they all made up of ogres, or is there a mix of...
No, it's a mix of sub-races. She flips through her notes. At peak, the enforcers were 200 ogres, 300 orcs, 500 goblins, 20 trolls, and 6 giants. But that was about a year ago now, back at their peak. After assaulting Longcast and Kneecap, I imagine many of the goblins, orcs, and some of the ogres would be gone, perhaps a troll or a giant.
We think that they recruit monsters as they travel from the local denizens.
It is to be expected that they press monsters into service for them. I think that is how Harbin gathered the others under them already.
Interesting.
Scoria's next set of soldiers, her lair guard, is run by a human wizard named Belarius. Little is known about this rarely seen mage, other than sometimes people are taken to him. No one knows why or what it means, but these people who are taken to Belarius are never seen from again. As a lair guard, he lives within the Wormwood, possibly within Dragon Peak itself. Siobhan the half-elf runs the Vanguard, as you know and have been told before, and has been seeking information on the McGarry family, or other generals of ours here in Drekis. There is currently a 1,000 GP reward offered to anyone who can kill or maim one of the three of you. No information has been found about your mother or other members of your family.
That's it?
In addition, there are cries for anyone who might have known you, known your family, or have a way to access you, but there's not a listed GP reward for that. Are you upset that the reward for your head is so small? 100,000 copper?
Not enough worth 100,000 gold, my queen.
Well,
This, the Vanguard, what did you say the name of their leader was?
Siobhan, the half-elf.
And they are based where?
It appears that in the past they were based out of the Thieves' Forest, and then later based out of Gold Hill, but now it is unknown. Siobhan contains many subunits underneath them. There were 4 strike groups, one of which I do believe the three of you fought and slaughtered on the Voden Plain. The other 3 strike groups are unknown for their location. The Crushers, a group working underneath Siobhan, has been seen loading into ships in Slagmire to the north of Mystria. The support staff of the Vanguard is also unknown, probably with the strike groups wherever they have relocated, but that is secretive. Our spies were not able to find out any information on their location, nor Siobhan's themselves, but it doesn't appear to be in Crownhold or the surrounding lands. It's possible they're still stationed in Gold Hill, but just deeper within and keeping low, or perhaps they are, what I suspect, on the move somewhere with some express intent or purpose, perhaps readying themselves to strike some new place.
We captured one of their wizards. Maybe they'll have some information. Probably not.
I believe they're still chained up in the dungeons.
Indeed.
Which one was this?
I captured
Mage
them
leading the
myself,
knights.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
It appears that there are scribes and artists working overtime in the capital to copy one of these, and she produces a flyer that has your 3 faces on it with each of your names and a complete list of the stuff that you have that is surprisingly up to date. Wow. It includes your Dragon's Bane's weapons. Pretty much all of your current gear is listed on here.
Even like the robe from Georg. Georg's +5 sword.
Yes. Things are listed by description, not by necessarily attributes or items. So like the sword is described, but it's not listing like +5 Moonblade from Shirebrook.
Yeah.
I want to wait. Going over that list, can we spend just a minute to go over that? Is there anything of note missing from that list? Or does it seem to have pretty much everything?
That's a great question. Let's
That is a
take
good
look.
question. What about the candles?
Or like arming swords, or like that +3 scimitar we traded from our home, or like, do they know we have bags of holding? Because if there's something, my idea is that if there's something particular missing from that list, then that might indicate where they got the information from.
They don't mention your candles at all. It appears to be a list of information that one could see on your person visually. There's nothing that's mentioned in bags, although bag of holding is listed under suspected equipment.
Okay.
What about
but it's
does
not
it specify
described.
Rohanna's spear, Rohanna's sandals, Rohanna's armor? Like, if
No,
they
it's
recognize that to be what it is?
No. It's not specified as Rohanna's, but it describes the shield of Rohanna, and it describes the spear, and it describes that you're wearing sandals. But
What
it
about
doesn't
the
call
amulets
them
of
out.
recall? Doesn't mention anything about
It
that.
mentions that you wear a necklace, but what it is
Okay, that's good.
Do you
that
know
you
about the
wear a
Valthar
necklace.
amulet?
There is an image of your amulet on your neck.
Nice.
So what does it
It
just say?
has, like, my-
we have like 20 magic rings, or does it say like every type of magic ring?
It says that they often wear many rings on their hands. They are suspected to be magical.
Okay, understood. All right, gotcha.
Yeah. Going by the list, you can see that it's probably, up
right
to date,
upon.
as in within the last month or so of information. And she produces another older flyer from 6 months back that is very similar to what you've got now. I'm sorry, it's a similar sort of flyer, and it lists the sort of gear that you would have been wearing about 6 months ago. So there are clear tabs being kept on you. Crushers, talked about them. Now back to the possible infighting. It appears that each of the major Mystrian generals and all of their major clerics and wizards are decentralized and spread out throughout their lands. There are some theories on this. The first is that only the most brutal and efficient get promoted, and that these people tend to be individualist and keep distance. The second is that there is much vying for power, and that this leads to infighting, and so people will stay separate. And the third is the concern for assassination and murder. We suspect that they are well aware of our capabilities to perhaps appear somewhere out of nowhere and murder a bunch of folks. And they keep their leadership decentralized so someone doesn't show up and cloud kill all of the Mystrian lords. I myself suspect that it has also to do with the ongoing campaigns of sabotage we have been operating in Mystria. Bridges, grain silos, everything that we can, every piece of logistical infrastructure that we find of value, we destroy. And I think as a result, they have spread their forces thin to cover as much territory as possible. This has resulted in many of our saboteurs dying in the process, but we make progress nonetheless.
They died doing good work, so they knew what they signed up for.
I hope so. On to more dark news. The food shortages that we expected in Mystria are not as severe as we had hoped. Supplies have been brought from Matava, and it appears that the Matavans have been importing supplies from further east, probably from the Dardennes, or maybe even all the way from Solemn.
We were talking to the generals outside. Why wouldn't the Mystrians just import food themselves directly? Why would they import them
Mystria
through
does not have
Matava?
much of a fleet. They have few ships, and what few ships they have, I believe they are using mostly for troop movements. The Matavans have large merchant fleets. They've always been a strong naval power.
We were wondering if a good tactic would be to try and intimidate Matava out of the war, and how that would impact Mystria's ability to continue to fight.
since Matava seems to be the primary source of food for the Mystrians, I think getting them out of the war would be highly effective.
Your generals
However, I don't
outside seem to
know.
think otherwise.
My generals have not heard these reports that I have received today.
Oh.
How we get them out is a different question altogether. They have picked their side. They have backed their horse. I can't imagine any situation in which they would back down short of a Matavan loss. I'm sorry, a Mystriad loss and a Drakissian victory. Maybe if Scoria is slain, they will have no more reason to work with them.
Certainly, if Scoria is slain, they would surrender.
I doubt surrender, but simply hole back up in their little kingdom and continue their isolationist ways.
Are we considered at war with Matava? Or
Matava is supplying aid to our enemies. They are moving our enemies from place to place at their behest. And yet, the Matavans themselves have not directly attacked us, nor have we directly attacked them.
cowards?
Or careful. If we engage them in direct combat, we may spur them to join the field of battle and not just as a supplier.
Do we still trade with them, or do we have like embargoes or anything?
We have stopped all trade with the Matavans.
Okay.
If we had a larger fleet, we would also quarantine theirs and prevent them from moving about. Unfortunately, their naval power is superior to ours at this point in time. A couple years ago, we would have been fine, but after half our fleet sank outside of Whiteshore, we can no longer afford to match them on the high seas.
We thought the best way we could leverage our power to do something like that would be to find our way into their keep and threaten their queen directly. Do you think that would be foolhardy? Cause them to double down?
I think that would be extremely foolhardy. It would do more harm than good. It would probably convince them to join the side of the Mystrians. 3 men showing up in the capital of Matava in Zelenia and threatening their matriarch?
Yeah, I don't know why that would...
I beg you not to do that.
He only speaks
shan't.
aloud, of course. What would you have us do with any of these, I guess, reports? Do you want us to act on these, or should we continue on our mission? Are you just making us aware of the situation?
I'm making you aware of the situation, and we're almost done here. It appears that there are no more luxuries being produced within the whole of Mystria. Everyone is forced into the war effort. All goldsmithing, all jewelry making, all of these non-essential services have been abandoned. In order to enforce such policies, forced migration has been used to break up resistance or dissent, moving peoples from their ancestral homes where they know everyone to entirely new parts of the country, pressed into service and labor camps. This keeps war efforts high, resistance low, but it also creates a deeply unhappy populace. Last 2 things. The captured Drakissians, what few of us there are, have been used as forced labor. There is a camp at the base of Sky Peak, famously known as the One Mithril Mine here in Arcadia, in which Drakissian soldiers are used for rock smashing, grinding, milling, and other hard labor tasks.
How many soldiers are there?
At least 500 Drakissian soldiers. The rest seem to have died in combat or in their enslavement.
You know,
Lastly,
whereabouts on the Sky Peak the camp is
at
located?
the base of Sky Peak.
Which side? By the lake or by the river?
The north side of the peak is where the path descends. And last bit is a high note. Sabotage seems to have snuffed out most of the mystery and ability to move south. Bridges across all the rivers have been destroyed, and it seems to be very difficult for Mystrian forces, especially cavalry, to make it down to the east or west Voden plains now. We've seen a consistent diminishing of their presence in the plain, and based on the information we've gathered today, it seems to be the logistical nightmare of supplying those areas is preventing such tactics. Old Voden, if they cannot be resupplied from the north, may be susceptible to siege once again, presuming, of course, that Scoria can be kept within her chambers. And that is everything that that you need to know. Do you have any questions?
Did we get our items back?
No, I've sent them right back to gather more information.
Damn it.
The best.
We actually scheduled this meeting originally to run an idea by you. So as you
Yes.
know, one of Scoria's top... Is Justina a top Scoria general? Would you say that? Is that accurate?
Assassin, I think.
Assassin?
She's an assassin who works for Siobhan, the half-elf, under the vanguard
Okay.
of Scoria.
So we've determined her location to be within the city of Crownhold, and we have the intention of finding her and killing her. What think you of this idea? Obviously, there's a great deal of risk here. We would be pretty close to Scoria. We would be within the capital of Mystria.
I think going into their deepest, most protected, strongest fortified position is a foolish endeavor. A sure way to hand over all of your equipment to her forces.
To be fair, we don't have to rush it. It seems, brothers, she's probably not going to be in Crownhold forever.
Yeah.
She doesn't know that I've marked her. I don't think they
Yeah.
know about this amulet.
Mhm.
Think we can get her later.
Keep an eye on her. When she pokes her head out, we'll come for her.
We need to kill the black dragon in the Nereid Lake, and we also need to go to the Talons and kill the white dragons. Then we have a black dragon in Solemn.
Why do we need to kill the dragon in Nereid Lake? Just because, or?
It's probably good just to kill the dragon. I don't want it to be like 4 campaigns from now where there's a story of 3 lazy brothers who didn't kill the black dragon before it became Scoria power level, you know?
I am intrigued by this ogre mage. He doesn't directly threaten Drekis, but I suspect something like that could be well equipped. I have the spells for us to potentially sneak into his camp, disguise ourselves as monsters. It's not Justina, but it is another general.
Well, let's not trouble the queen with this. Let's head out and then we can talk about it.
Well, sorry, we will leave my queen, but last thing, you talked at length of the suffering of the Mystrian people. Do you think it would ever be possible for King Gilda to turn on Scoria, or is that ship sailed? If King Gilda were to be killed, could the rest of his royal line, or someone more sympathetic to reason, see things differently?
I don't think there's any chance of turning the Mystrians against Scoria. They've been under her heel for so long now, and their way of life has been so heavily disrupted. I think that there's not but what is before them at this moment.
Very well. Well, we appreciate the intel.
One more thing, if you could get intel on, what does Scoria value most? Could be something we could find useful.
That is a surprisingly astute question, young Anton. I don't know how to quantify what she values. The answer may be as simple as gold, jewels, gems, and territory, or it may have more nuance and subtlety to it. I will seek to find answers to that for you.
I nod.
Cletus, good to see you. Queen, good to see you too. We shall make tracks and leave you to your generals.
Okay. let you leave, and you can.
Who
head
was the
home.
one general from Outlast? Cheshire?
Chester?
I'll tell her that Chester's in a bad mood. He's grumpy.
He always
Well.
is.
The people from Outlast, the Tolwicks and their subordinates, have an unpleasant disposition.
They are not all bad.
Have you
We've
met
met
a
some.
Tolwick?
Yeah, we met them in Cronwick.
Terrible people.
Good day.
Anton smiles and heads out.
No, take off.
Well, that proved interesting. Seems we have more potential targets than we thought. Are you interested in any of this? The captured prisoners, the ogre mage, or should we just listen to the weapons on our back and head to the dragons?
Sad as our stories may be, 500 soldiers that are all probably injured and not fit for combat don't do us much good. If anything, it's probably occupying their supplies more than ours to keep them fed.
It is a mithril mine, though. Material.
Indeed, but we're not running that mine with Scoria so close. There's no way that we could encroach on that territory so much. And to get the logistics running it and everything, to ship the mithril down, to have it ready for combat, probably...
No, perhaps, but if we could deny it from the Mistrains as opposed to use it for ourselves.
Perhaps, but at this point, is it mithril weapons we really fear on the battlefield? Or is it the collection of assets that Scoria seems to be using in creative ways?
You're right.
There's
Sword doesn't really threaten us.
our generals. You mentioned interest in the ogre mage. Seems as though we've spent a great deal of time over the past few months gearing up to kill dragons, so perhaps dragon killing is what we ought to do, yeah?
Makes sense.
Let's literally just go from here to the Nereid Lake. Just walk there today.
We can
We'll
go to the
handle him
Nereid
then.
Lake, we can kill the black dragon there, and then perhaps off to Solemn. You spoke of some stones that seem to be of great value, yes?
Yes.
I think we should just do the Talons. We'll just get all the easy dragons out of the way, see if they have anything, and then we go to Solemn. Is that fine with everybody?
We could. The only
There's
thing-
white
fine by
dragons
me.
on the Talons.
We probably want to go to Solemn and get back as quickly as possible because we don't want some event to happen on this continent that's going to make it so we don't ever want to leave, right? Does that make sense?
I agree with that.
So, like,
Yeah.
the Talons would be nice to do it quickly, but, like, we can do the Nereid Lake quick, but I'd be nice to go to that continent and come back because if Scoria or
Yeah.
some crazy invasion happens, we don't ever want to leave this continent, and then we'll never get to go over
We
there and
can't
do
leave
so.
it. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's do the Nereid Lake. It's super quick. It's right here, and then we'll go to then we'll go over.
What do we know of this dragon in the Nereid Lake?
It's a black dragon. It's young.
young.
It was supposed to be handled by our incompetent nephews in I don't know. Do you remember the lady and I'll point to the tower shield that I have on my back that we took this from? Her and her gang were supposed to deal with it, but obviously they're too incompetent.
Understood. Well,
It'd be simple enough, I think. Our weapons can guide us there. Find its lair. I doubt even its breath weapon is strong enough to warrant too much of a threat.
what do we-
Probably not, but I think we should still use the potion of acid resistance like we did last time.
Yeah.
Do we have more uses?
I believe I
We
have
have
three.
many more uses.
Yeah, we've got
Yeah.
so much of this. We've got like 3 full potions, and we're not
Fantastic.
even using a full one, yeah.
Yeah, for sure then. Well, a nice stroll through the woods. Kill some more of these skeletons on the way.
Did you grab the book that I got you?
Ah, yes, I have it here. I haven't had a chance to study it yet.
I just looked through it on our way.
I'm sure that she won't have been too competent, but there may be one or two spells in there of interest. If you were able to capture her, on herself by yourself, Anton, she could not be too great of a mage.
I brought some of our house guards with me.
Oh,
We handled it quickly.
Yeah, all right.
But why don't we take our first break right here, and when we come back, you guys can go to Nereid Lake and find this dragon.
True.
Sounds good.
Does it sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. Our heroes are on their way to the nearby swamp in hopes of slaying a black dragon that resides there. Now, your weapons have been talking to you about this thing, and when you start to head in that direction, it seems like they pick up on that message. And as like your hand might brush your sword hilt, or as you sometimes make contact with them, you get these little bits of like flashes of insight as they talk to you, and it appears they are thrilled. They are excited. They are 100% in on this. They're so
Let's
ready
go.
for you.
Are they speaking to us with reverence? Like we're their gods who are bringing them some food.
Well, I mean, if you take a hold of your weapon to chat with them.
Anton will chat with us. He wants his ego stroked a little bit.
Good Lord Anton, are you taking us to the dragons so that we might slay them, consume their essence, and become even greater?
Become greater? I asked.
Yes.
The weapon? Like you yourself becomes greater as well?
Every time we slay an enemy, we grow in might and strength.
Wait, is this
Drink
true?
from the dragon's
Is
blood.
like this
with us.
mechanically?
Drink from the dragon's blood with us.
Have we felt
Right.
these weapons grow any stronger?
I have no new information to provide you.
Okay, Koibu.
Fuck it, dude. I'm in on this. So
You
if I
drinking the
drink from
dragon's blood?
if I drink from the dragon's blood, like you might become stronger.
That's what we do. How do you think we became the creatures that we are today?
I don't know. How did you become the creatures? Who made you?
We were made a long, long time ago.
By humans?
No. By a joint effort between human and elven kind.
Not dwarven.
No.
Fucking lazy dwarves.
No. We have nothing to do with those short, stout creatures who are too small to even wield us appropriately. Maybe my brother Crawlfort could be well wielded by some dwarf.
God, I hope not. Never the day will I let a dwarf wield one of you.
I've yet to hear of any dwarves going out of their way to slay dragons. They tend to hole up in the ground and hide, like cowards, like dirty, low peasants.
True.
Not that the McGarry brothers would ever do that, no. You're out for blood. You're like us, Anton McGarry. You're just like us.
Does he share?
on.
Does Anton share any of this information with us or no?
Yeah, I absolutely would, yeah. Maybe not the last part where he says I'm just like them, but
Yeah,
like
sure.
the rest of it, yeah.
Can I touch the hammer and the sword and try to communicate and ask what they mean? Is it true that you grow stronger with every dragon slain?
It is true. Every time a dragon dies by our blades, by our points, we improve. We strengthen.
Well, it feels as though we've wielded you for some time now. We've also slain some number of beasts. Why do we not feel that you've grown any stronger?
The sword speaks to you. My son, we are ancient. Our power grows incrementally so. In this instance, it grows by your hand, by the hand of our wielder. We are so old, and we have drunk from so many dragons' necks, that each one only brings us a wee bit closer. A wee bit closer. But Scoria, that is the big picture. That is the one.
I see. So after slaying a few more of these dragons, is it possible that we'll notice an increase in power in wielding you?
Haven't you already? Do you not already strike faster and more swiftly than when you first found us?
Not with you any more than any other blade. No, I don't think so.
Combat is a delicate dance between weapon and master. As one improves, so does the other.
Seems like a cheap answer to avoid acknowledging that the improvement comes from the wielder and not the weapon.
Both happen. In this instance, you are the weaker one, so you grow faster than we.
It sounds like they grow fast. It's
Right,
just
so
going to
it's-
take a long time and many more dragons slain.
Well, we have only killed one dragon with them so far.
Wait, is that true?
No, we
Yeah,
killed the
but-
brown dragons,
Haven't we
no?
killed like...
Oh, the brown dragons. I forgot about them. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
The
that's
brown
three
dragons were
then.
almost nothing, though, because those were babies, I guess.
Yeah.
So we killed the one.
Those are
Yeah.
babies.
It's only the green dragon, really. But the black dragon and Solemn.
I think we'll maybe get him to +4.
You know, this
We'll see.
this line of thinking makes a stronger case for slaying Abraxia in Matava.
Oh, we're absolutely killing Abraxia.
Sure.
That's the fight before Scoria, but yeah.
Yeah.
We'll head there. All right. Well, in that case, we're heading to a lake now to get you the taste of some black dragon blood. I look forward to the day where I can wield you and you can be stronger than this moonblade that I wear on my other side. But we'll see.
Fuck, we should start a thing where
That smells.
anytime we have like anyone join the McGarry family or whatever, we make them drink from dragon's blood.
Christ.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
I should have my spells for this.
Wait a
So
second.
you guys
How
set out-
common is it that people can speak like dragon? That's very rare. Draconic, right?
It's like impossible. Yeah, the human vocal cords won't even make the sounds that dragons do.
Does
Wait.
simply having these weapons on us allow us to speak, or do we have to be touching the weapons to do so?
Enables
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say
wielder, so you must wield it.
Okay.
You must have it in hand.
I'll note to my party, if there's ever a case where we need to communicate to each other and we're not near, we need to shout at one another, we can communicate in Draconic. I think that's the name of the language, Draconic, right? By wielding these weapons. This might be good to remember that in the future if we need to.
Only the longsword enables the wielder to speak the
Oh.
language of superior creatures.
Not the. Oh, well, never mind then. Fuck.
Just the longsword. Just Harbinger. Harbinger?
Okay. No, not Harbinger. Harbinger. Or Harbinger.
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 Harbinger, yeah. Not Harbinger. I used to call it Harbinger.
No.
And your Discord made fun of me, so fuck them. And fuck you. Harbinger. Okay. I love you.
Fuck them.
Just kidding. I love you.
Leave Neil's Discord alone, guys. That's bad.
They can stand up for themselves. I'm not worried.
Some of
They're
them.
strong, independent
I-
viewers.
For a very long time, I was a frequent daily user of Neil's Discord, so you know.
That implies you're not anymore.
Wow. Bullied
No, not
out.
anymore, no.
Aw. You got bullied.
Wow, he's left us, guys.
Because they associate
Look,
me with Destiny now, they won't talk to me anymore.
Wow.
Someone's moved over to the other side, it seems.
We have this jolly conversation while we are indeed walking to the lake, yes?
Yes. Narrad Lake is not too terribly far. It's about a day and change.
I would like to reiterate, as I've done multiple times before, but I will continue to reiterate. I'm in the habit of like tapping my hammer, like on the hour, like pretty constantly, because I'm getting increasingly paranoid that either Scoria is going to be nearby or that that another dragon will be nearby. So just as a heads up, yeah.
Yeah. Well, once you get to within range of the dragon, Crawlfort does begin to give you information and directions. You know, it's 5 miles this way, underwater in its lair. The dragon seems to be sleeping. You tap it again, dragon still seems to be sleeping. You tap it again, it's emerged to the surface and is hunting something. I can taste it. I can feel its like thirst for flesh.
Okay.
You tap it a little bit later.
Yeah,
you know,
as
so
we get
forth,
here,
so
I'm going
on.
to take a break. I'm going to produce from my bag of holding one of my oil of acid resistances. Is it time to use this, guys?
How far away are we?
Well, I mean, he gave us a battle map, so I assume we're within a mile or something, right?
If we're like within a mile, then yeah, we need to use it. Yeah.
Yep. You can smear yourselves.
Get the chicken dance music ready, Steven.
Why?
Benny Hill theme.
Oh,
So we're gonna be running around this motherfucker.
Okay. Wait. Okay, hold on. Wait. Before we get that close, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop us, and we're gonna have a conversation. Let's think for a
Sure.
moment, so that we don't repeat our errors of the past. So, what is the plan here?
Do you have invisibility? I look to Emmerich.
Myself.
Shoot you a glare. What about stone skin?
Myself.
I shoot you a fucking glare.
I already have a cast on myself. Anton, I exist more than to just buff your already impressive combat capabilities.
You
Don't
exist
tell
to
me
keep
you're
us
scared.
safe as well.
Don't tell me you're scared of this dragon's claws.
I'm not, but I would like to sneak up on it.
Okay, hold on. Wait a moment. Are we prepared for this?
Invisibility will not.
Are
Yes,
we
we
absolutely
are
prepared.
Are we
Yeah.
prepared for this fight? We are.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, what is our plan to confront this dragon? Because we're not simply going to fight it in the open field as we have in the past and failed every single time, right?
I think we won't have a trouble this time.
Why?
Would it? I don't think whether we fight it in the open field or in its lair, it won't be able to stand against us.
Can it fly away?
It could flee, I suppose, but I doubt this one will be as well prepared as the last.
Okay, that is true.
It's young and
because
inexperienced.
It is inexperienced. It's been in a slumber for a long time.
It's a
Perhaps,
baby.
Yeah, people haven't made contact with it. Okay, so our plan is literally to just walk up to this and slay it as we would any beast of the field.
I nod.
It's all it is.
Are we able to? Is this swamp water? Is this deep, or can we wade through this?
You'll have to walk all the way up to it and then poke around to find out. I don't want to give you that information before you declare yourself at Swamp's Edge.
Well, we must know.
Well,
Is
it's
it like
haunting, right? We're going right to it, wherever it is.
Mr. Moon, can you walk through the Everglades?
No.
Well, there you go.
I know lakes near my house in Omaha that I could or couldn't walk through, so I imagine these guys would know if they could or couldn't walk through, I think. But you know what? Okay. In that case, we'll stop
Where
for
is
a
that?
moment.
I mean, we're
I'm
going towards it.
Yeah, how long is the oil of acid resistance last for again?
It's hours.
8 hours. 8 hours.
8 hours, okay. And we said one of these will cover like all three of us or something, right?
One of these will cover all three of us for 8 hours. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it'll block like 500 damage or something.
Deleting one oil of acid resistance as we lube up.
Nice.
Emmerich, need we cast any spells of protection? Or Anton?
I'll cast when we get a little bit closer.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to sneak up on him,
Okay.
but my spells don't last a long time.
Understood. And crawl for it. How far away is this dragon from us now? I guess I kind of...
Oh. 1,000 feet?
Oh.
Okay. In front of us directly or in the air?
East by southeast.
Okay.
Underground.
Underground.
Below the surface.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's
All
good.
right. And I haven't asked you this before, Crawford, because I don't know if it's come up, but can you detect if there's more than one dragon at a time around us, or can you only detect the closest dragon? Yes.
Yes, I can detect each and every one. Unfortunately, there's only one nearby. And it's
Understood.
young.
We will satiate your appetite for dragon blood soon then. Let us continue, and we'll go up to where we think they are.
You can do this. I believe in you, Lord Tyrael.
Of course.
You can slay this beast.
Let's go. To the swamp.
Doop, 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 doop. All right. You guys make your way all the way to the lake's edge. I'm just going to drag the whole lot of you whoop, all the way down over here.
All right.
And you can look out over the vast waters here. They are murky. The area near the shore has had a great many trees felled around it. Some of the other trees here are quite standing. The waters are dark. There are like little lily pads all near the shore. Lots of duckweed about. You can see frogs hopping off into the water at your approach. This area seems to be teeming with life. You see like a snake crawling or slithering between some of the duckweed and disappearing underneath the water's edge. The water here is murky enough that you don't see any fish within it, although splashes here and there let you know that certainly they're out here.
Okay.
As well as the teeming pile of insects.
Can we declare our rings?
Yeah, as we come up to the thing, let's make sure we have all of our gear set. What rings do we want? What's going on? Probably a ring of free action and your ring of protection.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Make sure
I'm wearing my cloak of protection.
Okay, everybody's got their correct
I
armor.
assume he's close by, right, Koibu?
Yeah, how close is he now at the edge of the swamp?
The dragon,
Yeah.
it's moving in our direction.
Okay, I'm
It's only
casting
500 feet from us now.
Recitation. That's a round. Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I cast mirror image.
Can I cast again?
Yeah, so at
prayer.
the end of your round, the dragon is about 300 feet from you.
I cast prayer.
Let us back up a bit so he
Okay.
can't drag us into the swamp. Yes? Back up?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep, we hop
Yeah.
back. Let's fight from this ledge. I'm going to kind of hide behind a tree.
Emmerich, you should have your bow prepared.
Yep. As soon as I cast mirror image, I string my bow and draw it. I get
So we
4
have
image
prayer
links.
and recitation on us. Where is he at now?
Still the same spot, and the hammer will sort of like lift your hand and point it towards the east,
East.
saying like, behind that tree. Somewhere back there. Below the tree, maybe? Just at the surface?
Well,
Can you point the tree out on the map?
to the right.
Big
yeah,
tree.
sorry.
Okay. Do you
Okay.
feel maybe we should
What's over
cautiously
there?
approach?
Yeah.
I think you should slay it quickly.
As we
I
approach,
don't know if it's aware of you yet.
as we approach cautiously, I'll ask the hammer. Do you detect any traps, magical or non-magical?
No. No traps.
I'll go invisible and see if I can get the jump on it. And I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Wait,
You
wouldn't it?
vanished from view.
Okay, he disappears.
Start walking over here. I want to try and come around, Neil, to get a look behind this tree.
Yeah, just move yourself to where you think you would be.
And I motion for Anton to hurry up.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm
Yeah,
trying to find
okay.
where you guys are. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Small map.
Give me a perception check, Mr. Nicholas.
One.
Yeah, no. You just see swamp and tree and bugs and all sorts of gross stuff.
Unlucky.
Can I... Is he waiting a moment, or...?
Yeah. I wait here.
Okay. As he does that, I'm going to remove my Ring of Protection +2 for 1 moment, and then I'm going to equip my Ring of Seeing. And then when I activate that, do I see anything exceptional? I don't have X-ray vision, so I can't see like through a tree or anything. But if he's invisible or something like that, or into the ethereal plane, can I see anything strange?
No, you don't see anything strange or untoward. If the creature is hiding, it is using mundane means to hide. Like, it's not using camouflage or magic. It's literally just like, under the water, or, standing behind a tree, or buried in the ground or something.
Okay, understood.
Okay. Waiting a few moments. I'm going to get a little bit closer here, Neil, to the edge of the...
I swapped
Edge of the
rings
swamp.
back also, by the way.
With my bow drawn and pointing over here.
Okay.
I'm going to move closer so I can cover...
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
You can't see me, but...
Well, no, but we should be able to see where you're walking because we can see on grass. We should be able to see
You
your
can
footsteps.
also see Nick because you have the Ring of Seeing on.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
I
Let's
You
took
can
it-
spot him, no problem.
Sure. I took it off now, though, but I should be able to see his footsteps, knowing where he's going to tell where he's moving. Yeah.
Do I see it?
No, you don't, but hold on.
It sees you.
Ah. It sees me, yeah.
It is just barely over the hit die threshold. Yeah, it sees you, Nick. And it is a sneaky, cunning little expert of a dragon that you've got here.
Bring it on. I've got
Yeah.
it ready. My bow is drawn and ready to fire for the record. It might get its attack first, but I'm ready to fight back straight away.
Yeah, well, that's what it does, is using crocodile tactics, where it looks like, it's just some random piece of junk floating in the water.
Yeah.
But in actuality, what you're seeing is one eye of a dragon that's got like some duckweed slayed over it. It spots this human hanging out right next to the ledge here, invisible. It can tell that there's an invisible creature here, and the dragon's greed and curiosity gets the better of it, and it does a single leap from the swamp, latching onto this cliffside here with its hind legs, and will rake you with its front legs and its teeth.
Cool.
We're gonna get to use a cool spell, boys. Maybe never used in a Koibu campaign before.
Ooh.
Fire storm?
All right,
Fine, sure.
let's do it.
Bring it on.
All right, Nick. You say you have stone skin still on you?
He has
Mirror
as well.
image and display self.
Invisible, mirror image, display self.
And stone skin.
This is gonna be a weird interaction.
How's he gonna get him this time, boys?
The old grab and drag.
Here we go. We need to go on a 20-minute break. Koibu needs to rethink his strategy here.
Saving throw versus spell success means they noticed the invisible object. So an intelligent creature has seen you, and it's gonna leap up and make attacks against you. And I don't think... Yeah, there's just one of you. You're sort of invisible. It wants to put its fangs in
I've
you.
got a mirror image though. But you mean there's only
Yeah.
one of me? Yeah, yeah.
Well, so how... Yeah, so he notices you, there are multiple of you, sort of. I don't think he actually sees through the illusion. He just like notices the spot. I think he still makes attacks at -4. And then you're displaced and mirror imaged. So one. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just obey all the normal rules. So the first attack is going to miss no matter what. And it's thank God the first one misses because of display self. Would have critted you. Maybe. I don't even know.
It would have done.
Second attack. Roll me your mirror images, and
I already have. I got a 1, so there's 4 images.
Well, roll me a d5 and don't roll a 1.
Oh.
Well, he will make a bite straight at you with an 11. And the third one, again, make me roll.
Well, the first one doesn't even hit the mirror image, so.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so that knocks a mirror image down.
Should the very first one roll to see if it rolls against a mirror image, because it's attacking a version of you.
I'll give you that now. I'll give you that.
It should make it. Yeah. Give me another d6. Oh, hey, there you go. So you're mirrored. One of your mirrors is gone, and your displacement has been noticed.
Yes.
Initiative.
No, yeah. I get my bow shot now.
Let's roll me a d10 for surprise. You're kind of aware that there's something here. I'll give you a +2 to your surprise, +1 to your surprise roll. So don't roll. Yeah, you're fine. You are not surprised, but you do go last. You can go ahead and make me a bow shot, but that would provoke an attack of opportunity.
Would it?
Yeah, because it's already in melee.
Okay, I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Alrighty.
That's Sigma.
Nice.
Sigma. There we go.
We've got no buffs, right?
He's got to roll a 1d4.
Yeah, roll me your d4. Yeah, breaks another illusion. Slashes at the wrong one as you draw your bow back and fire an arrow right at it.
Do I not get a bonus for point blank shot with bow specialization?
You're not a specialist.
Oh,
you're
expertise. Yeah, okay. 22?
22 will strike the dragon. The arrow pierces its hide, buries itself up to its haft and feathers.
What happens with it? Like when the bow actually hits? I'm curious if it's
the first time it's happened.
Yeah.
16 damage.
Woo! That is a huge chunk of the dragon's HP. You can see that the arrow hits him like right in the chest, right between the like front shoulder blades of the dragon. And the whole thing seems to like sink for a moment, as if like its knees give out, and it drops closer to the ground and begins to slide slightly off the cliff as it kicks and scrapes. Second attack.
Oh, do I get a full round of attacks here? Fucking
Why not?
Great. Yeah, no, you're right. 2 more attacks then. 25 and a 14.
25 is a hit.
Not a crit? Oh no.
Does
clear by 10?
Nope. Does not clear by 10.
Death saving throw with a natural 1.
Oh, yeah.
Another 16 damage there.
Does he drop his bow?
Come on, Koibu.
Does he drop it into the swamp?
Maybe he dropped his bow into the
He
swamp.
might.
Pass.
Lucky pass.
Lucky.
Ooh, dragon rolls a 1 on initiative. Plus
9? Or is it 12? It's for huge.
plus 1 for breath weapon. 2.
Well. We're about to get it, boys.
Anyone else want to roll initiative in there?
Yeah, I guess I'll.
Yeah, I rolled an 11. I'll add myself.
rolled an 8.
All right. So the dragon will go first. As it begins to like scramble off this cliff, it opens its mouth and is about to let this burst of acid go directly at you when it kind of notices that there's this other creature over here. And so it'll like slide this way as it falls and careens its neck in order to hit you guys in a single line. So both of you make me saving throws versus breath weapon.
I don't think it matters, but yeah.
Well, I could do a lot of damage.
Sure.
I think the 4 is actually a pass now.
Because you get at least plus 5?
Or 6, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
3 is automatic fail, right? So 4 should be
right.
good.
21 damage. as acid sprays over you and your gear. However, you guys pass, so you take half, and on top of that, you've got your potion, your oil of acid resistance.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to double check the amount of HP. I'm pretty sure you're all fine, but better safe
Yeah.
than sorry.
21.
Oil wears left. Each time particular material is exposed to acid, the duration of the oil is reduced by as many rounds as hit points of the acid would have caused. Thus, okay, so it lasts for 1,440 rounds. 1440 divided by 3. Each of you are protected for 480 rounds. And then you did that when you were a mile out, I believe. So that would take maybe 20 minutes to walk. So another 20 rounds gone. So each of you has 460. Yeah. So the two of you lose like 10 rounds of your acid resistance. So you each have 450 rounds left.
Cool.
You're fine. Yeah. Seeing that the acid does not actually hurt you or cause you really any pain or suffering, you can see the dragon slip back down towards the water. But at the same time, it is desperately beating its wings, like trying to take off as it just like slides down the hill and splashes into the water below, going up to its neck. So just its like head is at the water level as it splashes about. Wailing.
Speak to him when you kill him, Tyrael.
Tyrael, it's your turn.
Can I do an item interaction before attacking, or no?
Depends on the item interaction.
I'm relatively unthreatened right now. Can I drink a potion?
I think a potion at this point would still be a full round action. Yeah. Because you'd have to like dig it out from wherever it is in your bag and, you know, put your weapons down, put your shit back up, yada yada.
Yeah, fuck it. All right, I'm gonna do a. I have my first round. I can usually activate my Cloak of the Cheetah and do like a plunging attack by jumping in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I want to jump and I want to land right on it. Fuck it.
Yeah, you can see that the head is there, sort of below the surface, or at the surface level, just the top of the head above it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to land on the head, or do you want to try and guess where the back might be and land on the back?
I mean, I think. Can I make out the back? Because is the head big enough for me to like sit on, or is it gonna be like really hard to land on the head?
The head is bigger than a horse's head, so it'd be hard to stand on.
All right, I'll try to go right behind the head, where I would hope the body would be then.
Okay, body and neck. All right, go ahead and make me an attack roll at minus. I think you get +2 for the charge and -2 for most of it being submerged and like behind cover. So make me a regular attack roll.
Gotcha. And then, am I getting anything special for Mutant stuff, resuscitation or anything, or no?
Yeah,
No.
you are.
Oh,
Is it 2
didn't
for
really know.
resuscitation?
I didn't know you cast it. I wasn't counting it.
I casted Recitation, Prayer, and Bless. Probably 2 rounds before this fight happened, so everything's on.
All right.
Okay, so then it's
Should have
24
a few more
plus.
hits.
Is that like +2 to hit then, or?
I think it's +4 to hit.
Okay, +4 to hit then. 28.
28 will hit and will clear not by 10. No crit.
Unlucky.
All right. Well, we will do some damage. Is that right?
Yeah.
30 points of damage will almost slay the dragon. It begins to slip below the waters and lets out a terrifying scream, to which you can hear. You get it translated as more of like not just a dragon cry, but like a panicked scream of fear. It's not quite words, but you can tell that there is like emotion being elicited other than just terrifying roar, and that emotion is fear.
Gotcha. Does he call for his mom or anything?
Anton. No, no, not yet.
Okay.
I cast Flame Strike. 68, saving throw over half. 31.
Nice roll.
Whoa. Whoa.
Fine.
That is a lot of damage.
Yep. We fucked him up.
Flame Strike is a 5th level spell. When the priest evokes a Flame Strike spell, a vertical column of fire roars down in the location called for by the caster. Any creatures within the area of effect must roll a saving throw versus spell. Failure means the creature sustains 68 points of damage. Otherwise, the damage is halved. Radius is a 5-foot radius and a 30-foot column. So we're hitting a 10-foot wide section of the dragon. So, Steven, yeah, that's the saving throw I'm looking for.
That passes, though. Should.
Does it? He's probably got +5.
Do you have
Does he have-
+5 to saving throws?
I don't know. I have whatever buff you're giving me, and I don't think I have any others unless Luckstone. I don't think we use Luckstone for this, right?
He has an
You
extra
don't have
2.
a ring of
Luckstone does
protection.
apply here. Yes.
He has an extra 2 from recitation.
Oh, and 2 for my Ring of Protection?
Yeah.
So it's 5.
So
If
it's
not more,
okay.
but yeah.
11, yeah.
Great. The dragon passes, and you pass. I'll say the dragon takes quarter damage because it's mostly underwater as well. So what's quarter of 30? 7.5?
7. Yeah.
Yeah. So the dragon sinks below the waves.
He should take 8 damage, maybe.
Little bubbling bits arriving at the top as Tyrael sinks with it too, but you only go down to about your waist before the dragon hits solid ground below you. And you can feel that there are spasms running up and down its body, but the dragon does not seem to be living anymore. It seems to be dead, with your sword still impaled between its shoulder blades.
As we discussed in Tides of Death, though, I've got to go through with my lightning bolt, right?
Yeah, go ahead and lightning bolt him.
Well, do I have to go through with it, or can I just not do it?
You
Probably
can
cancel it.
you can change the direction of the spell at the last moment. You started casting it, but you can just like blast it into the sky if you want.
Okay, I blast this like tree over here.
It explodes with lightning. It cracks. The wood burns.
Nice.
And just like that, the dragon is dead. Your sword, Tyrael, seems to make a pleasant gurgling response as you yoink it out of the dragon's neck.
I'll go put my spear in there.
Anton, help Tyrael and I drag the thing aboard the shore. If we can.
If we can, I'll make sure my spear fucks it up too, but I don't know if it matters at this point.
So
Yeah, you can
I want to
sink-
try and drag it up here.
You can, yeah, you got some good strength between you guys. You can slowly but surely drag the dragon's corpse until like the head's up here, and at that point, I think you encounter too much resistance to get it any
that's
farther.
fine. I take the glass jar that housed the extra healing potion that I drank in the trap, and I will take my rose blade and cut a slice in its throat and collect a vial of its blood.
Yes.
Thick, viscous blood wells from the wound on the dragon's neck, and soon your cup floweth over.
What is the dragon blood for, Imric?
The weapons seem to think that ingesting it could have some sort of power. I thought I may do some research.
Like, are you going to drink it, or?
No, I'm going to study it.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'll touch crawl fort. No other dragons to report of in the area, I trust?
Sadly not. You've slain the last one hereabouts. Your land is truly free of these abhorrent monsters.
In terms of you growing with power, need you strike the beasts while they still live? Do all of you grow in power together? How does that work?
Striking the killing blow is more significant than participating in the battle. Either way, we grow by their deaths.
Okay. I shrug.
Tyrael, Anton, do you think there's much reason to harvest the scales of this dragon?
Dragon scales are cool. It's at the very least for the morale of the people. I think we should harvest it. We're dragon slayers. This is our shit.
Perhaps some of your less open companions, Tyrael, could make use of black dragon armor.
Perhaps. Yeah, perhaps. We'll take it back. I don't know if my companions would use it, especially because they tend to be more secretive in their missions, but I do think I like the idea of a Megari household protected by guards and knights that are adorned in dragon armor, yeah?
I've
Yeah.
already started the leather workers and stuff on that. We have the green dragon armor
Mm-hmm.
being prepared for us. We have the other armors being prepared as well from the brown dragons.
I also like.
I
the
also
idea.
made.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I also made 3 wedding rings for us in the future out of Azeron's scales. Those I think are in the process as well.
Let us, as I'm saying this, I reach into a pocket and grab the dragon by, like, its neck or something and cast Reduce on it. And pick it up and carry it over here. And say, this won't last long enough to get back home. Perhaps we should camp here, and then in the morning I can fly us back with it.
Sure.
Fly us back with the.
And with the dragon.
How-
There's this convenient place to camp here.
Oh. Perhaps, sure. What time of the day is it right now?
It's probably
won't be
late in
too
the
late.
afternoon since
could-
you've
Yeah.
spent all day getting here.
Can we not just walk back, tell them where the dragon is, and have them haul it back and skin it? Do we need to camp here? Like,
You've seen this place. It's teeming with monsters and all sorts. And perhaps its corpse will be muddied by the time we return.
okay, perhaps.
I'm sure there's nothing in the swamp that can threaten us.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, let's rest.
This looks like a very defensible structure, Neil, but it is right by the edge of the swamp, so maybe it's better to come to this like broken house over here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
carry the
and we'll
dragon
drag
over.
the dragon with us. Yeah, we're not going to leave him right there. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't need to drag it. I carry it.
Oh. Why do you carry it again? What do you have?
I reduced it to
Oh, yeah. Okay.
1% of its weight.
You can reduce that much now?
It's 10% of its size because it's a 3-dimensional creature. That makes it 0.1% of the volume. Yeah.
Wait, really?
Right. Yeah, because it's reduced in each dimension by a factor of 10.
Well, but if something weighs like 100 pounds and you can reduce it to 1% of its size, the most you could ever reduce it to would be 10 pounds, right?
No, because weight goes up cubically while
Yeah.
height goes up linearly. Like if you're half your height, you are 1/8 your weight. Because you don't just shrink top, you shrink all 3 dimensions.
Yeah, I understand that. There's a name for
Okay.
because this is how you describe like the weakening forces as they expanded physics, but I guess it depends on how you interpret the 10%. Is it? But okay.
So yeah, I mean,
10%
you
in
reduce it.
size. Yeah. Not weight.
Right.
Like
so you
you-
reduce its height by 90%. So
And its width by 90% as well.
yeah. So it is going to be 0.1 times 0.1 times 0.1. It'll be one
0.1%.
1/10 of 1% of its original weight. Unfortunately, dragons don't have easy weights.
I tried to look it up, but I'm pretty sure for a young dragon that should be fine for us to get it over here.
That just sounds way more powerful than as written. I don't know if it was ever intended that way, because theoretically, then you could reduce any human to like 1 pound or less or something, right?
I mean, that's how we deal with you guys going into bags.
No
Yeah.
way. The way we've dealt with this going into bags is because our bag of holding is like 500 pounds, and then we reduce this to like 50 pounds or 20
Oh,
pounds.
that's
like
true.
that,
You
right?
just reduce to fit in.
No,
Yeah,
but
never
when I
mind.
teleport you, there's a weight limit. So the reason it works is because I can shrink someone to weigh basically nothing.
Okay, we might want to talk about that later, because as written right now, there's a lot of ways that because you're talking about making us like the size and weight of like an ant, basically, like something very, 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 very small there.
There are some limits on this.
Yeah, because it sounds to me like if we're going with this, we could have reduced like the size of basically any dragon, right? Like if a dragon
Well, it
weighs
would get
10
a save if I just cast it on it.
like if a dragon, well, no,
Yeah.
I'm talking about like a dead dragon. So a dead dragon that weighs 50,000 pounds. You're telling me that you can make this weigh what, 500 pounds, or 50 pounds?
50 pounds, yeah.
50? There's no way, right? That's insane.
It's not. It makes sense. If you've got a cube that's 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet, and you reduce it to 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot, it's going to weigh 0.1%.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on on how you read that. Reduced it to 10%, because then that wouldn't be 10% of its original size, right? That would be 10% in
Well,
all 3 dimensions. That would be like way more, right?
Well, it has to be in all 3 dimensions, otherwise the thing that you're reducing would change shape.
Well, but it might be that it reduces it to 10%, but in all 3 dimensions it ends up being like 60% reduced, and that's how you get like the 10% or whatever. If this is how we want to do it, that's
So
fine.
you're saying that the weight should go by 10% or whatever per level instead
Yeah,
of
but that's not how it works though,
dimensions.
because if you cast it on someone who's 6 foot, they become like 12 foot. That's what it says in the spell.
For example,
Specifically
a
about
fighter at
size.
160%. Never mind, that's not the right section. Sorry, Nick.
Yeah,
Here we go. For example, a
it's
16
size,
foot
right?
tall giant reduced by 15th level wizard would reduce to 1.6 feet in 9 steps, and then to 6/10ths of a foot or 7.2 inches in 1 step, and finally to 2.2 inches in the last 5 steps.
Okay, so it is. It's super
It's-
shrinking. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
And it's the same for enlarge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that the thing is that dragons weigh a fucking shitload. Like, if you think of how much a creature that size would weigh, it's like an incredibly large amount.
sure,
So
but I'm thinking
even though
that,
you are reducing it by a lot,
I'm
it's
just saying
still
theoretically,
massive.
there's a lot of fun things. So like, I should theoretically be able to put like Anton on like the head of an arrow with his shield, and you could reduce him, and then I could like launch that arrow like 5 miles away, and he could use the shield to like fly down into a city or some shit. Like if we wanted to get into the town, if we're committing to that like reduce rule, that's like,
Well, not really, because if I shrunk Anton by 10%, he'd still be like, like half a foot. So
well,
it'd
but
still be
he's
too
saying
big
that
to-
that 16-foot giant would go down to like 1.6 inches or something. Is that what you?
if a level
That was-
if a level 16 wizard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're on like some Ant-Man strategy. He could crawl up Scoria's ass and then enlarge and explode. Okay, you could literally be Ant-Man, Anton Man. Yeah. But okay, sorry. All right. Okay, we can camp here, whatever. I just want to understand these because this is going to be maybe an important tool in the future. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll camp over here with the dragon. I don't leave it right next to us, no, because it's going to grow at some point. So I make space for it.
Sure. I think my rough calculations mean your dragon weighs 78 pounds now in its shrunken state.
Nice.
I think the way I started thinking about it was it would just weigh about the equivalent of an animal in its shrunken size. So if it's about the size of a medium-sized dog, it probably weighs about as much as a medium-sized dog, more or less.
That's a really good way of putting it.
Yeah.
If its body length was originally 30 feet, now it's about 3 feet long, but that doesn't account for the tail. So it's probably got the weight of a 8-foot croc.
Yeah.
All right, we rest.
Quick, Lucas, what's the weight of an 8-foot crocodile?
I don't know, 8
Oh,
pounds.
I'm gonna guess of a 8 foot.
This is 168 to 227 pounds for an 8-foot crocodile.
Oh, I would have guessed way
100,
more.
200 pounds, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. You guys rest the night away. Your rest is intermittently broken up by the strange sounds that echo across the lake. Weird shrieks of creatures, maybe monsters that you're unfamiliar with that make bizarre, dangerous sounds, but then don't ever quite approach. And much, much later in the night, you can hear, when the winds change, the distant sound of drum beats blowing out across the lake from further east.
Shouldn't we fuck
this
with
is-
that?
I mean, metagaming, I don't think that's going to get me 20,000 XP. So maybe we should fuck with it.
Wait, what are we hearing right now?
Drum beats.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean,
just the very, very distant boom, 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 boom.
do we recognize it as being like a military sound that like our army would make, or?
Ooh, what sort of skills do you have that might allow you to detect these things?
I'm a goddamn dragon slaying soldier of Drekis.
That doesn't mean you're a musician. Or
I have gaming.
up to date. Gaming's not going to help us here. Does anyone have heraldry or anything related to recognizing signs or sigils of
I have
civilized
direction
groups?
sense. Can I get the direction of it?
Yeah, it's
I
over there.
have got
to
heraldry
the
nailed.
east.
You have hail?
I have
Heraldry?
ancient history. Yeah.
Give me a heraldry check, buddy.
Come on, Nick.
Come on, Nick, don't fuck us. Wait, wait.
on.
No, easy,
Oh,
easy.
shit.
These are definitely not any sort of militaristic or civilized sounds.
These are definitely
not
not any sort of militaristic or stylized sounds. This is not
definitely not of the kingdom of Drekis.
of the kingdom of Drekis.
What would non-Drakisian drums be doing out here at this?
I don't know, Tyrell, but we're gonna go find out. Let's get up.
Do we?
These woods are crawling with orcs and other monsters. I'm sure it's some tribe of them.
Look at me.
Do all three of us want to
fucking
go?
big.
Are we going to leave the
Yeah.
dragon corpse here?
No. In the morning, I shall take the dragon back to town and return.
Oh. Wait, can we just deal with this now? No one's gonna fuck with it in 2 hours.
Is there anything to deal with, or is there just going to be some orcs marching through the river or the forest?
Oh, I don't think it's that close, is it? Isn't it probably on the other side of the lake?
How close is it?
You just hear distant sounds blowing across the lake. You didn't hear it until the winds shifted to blow from the east towards the west, so it's got to be pretty far away. You would expect it to be no closer than a mile, probably no farther than 5 miles.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's not that far.
That's not that far. Yeah.
I say we deal with it tonight. No one's gonna fuck with the dragon corpse. Probably think it's a sleeping dragon, if anything.
I don't know about that.
Imric, do you wish to remain with the dragon, and me and Anton can go check it out? We'll be back.
I wish to gain the experience myself.
Well, you would get it. We've always played it that way, right? We don't like separate out experience, right? Or
I shall guard the dragon. I shall guard the dragon.
I can remain with the dragon, and you can go with Anton if you wish.
No, you go. Anton needs you to look after him.
Let's go, Tyrael.
Okay, then let us go.
Okay.
Do we want to
I got
take
good
a
spells, so.
Do we want to do a quick break here?
Let's get us a little bit closer before the break. You can march your way up and around the lake to the other side. Because you aren't going as the crow flies, it'll take you a little bit longer than the direct route. And by the time the sun is almost coming up, you can see like dawn approaching in the east.
Okay.
You spot this small little camp. There are these little mud huts all over the place. There's smoke rising from a fire in the middle, and you can see like the shadows of humanoid-esque creatures being cast long across the edges of the buildings as the sky begins to lighten. Just brief little tiny bits of shadows. I'm sorry. The shadows are cast from the firelight, not from the sunlight. So they stretch long, and they're hard to really get in a figure. But you can see 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head, but everything is all kind of misshapen.
Tyrael, do you mind if I throw a divination up real quick?
Are you really that afraid? Do you need Velthara's guidance here?
Not really that afraid, but I think it's better than not doing it. Just takes about a minute.
Do you think she'd rib you for asking for guidance against a group of orcs? No, go for it. Cast your divination.
No, I nod. She probably would. Let's just go. Fuck it. Do you want to go in ethereal? We'll walk right into the camp where we know it is, and then we'll just appear and we'll just fucking handle it.
Well, what are we handling? Are we here to kill a bunch of...
These people are intruders on our land, Tyrael. They rape and murder our people.
How is it viewed, like, in this, like, is it just expected that there's, like, orcs and goblins? Well, he said humanoid things. Are they, like, human-sized, or are they, like, small humanoid things?
You only see shadows. They could be tiny creatures casting large shadows, or large creatures casting small shadows, or anywhere in between.
Let's get closer.
Okay, we'll go closer.
All right, you guys approach. You can see the round backs of bullywugs. They are, like... humanoid frogmen. They are chaotic evil in nature. They're barely organized. They love to murder and slaughter and steal and pillage, but their numbers are not that great, and they are relegated to the far side of the swamp away from civilization in order that they might be able to survive. You know that these creatures have lived here a long time, but pose relatively little threat to the people of Drekis.
Yeah, for now. Till they keep banging.
Well,
get their numbers up.
Why don't we deal with them on the other side of our break?
Cool.
All right, we will be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal Tyrael, by the way.
Good.
Oh.
Not admitting that, and we're back in. Go.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the game.
I cast... What was I casting? Oh, I cast healing on Tyrael. I give him 8 extra HP.
8?
Mm-hmm.
8. I want to hold on the rest of my Cure Light Wounds unless you go down or one of us goes down. I'll cast you another here. You can have another one. 1d8. There you go. You get 15.
Beautiful.
Oh, nice rolls.
Whoops. Is there supposed to be music?
Power
No.
rolls, sorry.
Not yet.
The
But
second
we
one
can
was
get
good.
it started.
Yeah.
So the sun is coming up. The bullywugs are dying down their deeds and dances. You are at great range from them. Well, maybe not great range. Maybe like a 500 feet or so from their little base. Close enough
I-
that you can see the lights dancing on the walls, so there can't be that much foliage between you all. Or maybe you're like on the opposite side of an inlet in the lake, so you can see across the water to the camp beyond. I think
Let
that
me
makes more
borrow
sense.
your Ring of True Seeing. I can etherealness us. We'll just go into the middle of the camp and we'll slaughter them all.
How many do we see?
From this distance, you can really only see one or two, but the sounds make it sound like there's got to be a lot more. You
Do we
just
really
don't
want to
have a
come out of
great angle.
etherealness in the middle of potentially 50 enemies? Is that a good idea?
We don't have to do in the middle. We could do in one of their huts. We could assassinate them, go hut to hut, quietly, handle them that way until they find out.
How quiet is it going to be? It sounds like they're out, like, celebrating.
It sounded like it was quieting down, right, Koibu? I thought that's what you said.
Yeah, as the sun is coming up, it's beginning to slow down. Instead of such an intense beat, it's more of that it's that trancey beat that they play at the end of the party, you know, where it's just sort of the
dying
same
down.
thing over and over again.
Let's just
Yeah.
continue on
So
foot.
only
people
the-
are drunk.
Let's just go on foot. We don't
Only
need
the tweaker bullywugs are still here.
Yeah, let's go. Let's just walk. We'll walk for now.
You just want to walk? Okay. We'll walk until... I mean, we're only 500 feet away, so...
Yeah. You can walk around the lake, get real close. You can see that there are some bullywugs floating in the water. There's some bullywugs stumbling into little huts and whatnot. Let me give them some checks to see if any of them spot you guys. Yeah, because the sun is coming up on the other side of the camp, which puts you in as good illumination as possible. They'll be silhouetted by the rising sun. You guys will be illuminated by it. And one bullywug will croak out some sort of warning sound, and soon the whole area is erupting with ribbit of vicious creatures. The bullywugs in the swamp lower themselves to below the water's edge. The ones in the houses go bounding away from you to the other side of the encampment as everything springs to life.
Can we get an approximation on how many we think might be in this area now, or do we?
Oh yeah, there's got to be like 50.
How strong are these? Anton, do we feel comfortable with this?
I genuinely have no idea. I say we go back and just bring Imric here.
Well, how strong is
Tomorrow.
a bugwug or whatever?
I don't know.
We must.
They're like 1 or 2 hit die each, so like, you know, D8 to 2D8 hit points.
And they don't cast spells, right?
They can have spellcasters in them, but most bullywugs wouldn't be spellcasters.
Oh,
Oh, it's these? Oh.
how corrupted! I reached down. How corrupted is my mind from the from the dragon's weapon?
The dragon weapons are very calm right now. They're feasting in full from their last meal. They have nothing to say about these bullywugs.
Ah, fuck it. Let's go kill some bullywugs. I got lightning spear, 3 charges. We're
We'll
good.
just continue to walk in a calm manner towards the camp. We will maintain a healthy distance from the lake, though, at least 100 feet.
Okay. As you enter into the camp, you can see that they are hopping away en masse. Except for one old wrinkly toad in the middle of camp. No weapons, no
Face.
armor, no teeth. I mean, you can
Sigma
see
toad.
these things have nasty little teeth there. This one doesn't have any of that stuff. It's just old and wrinkly and covered in warts, and it sits near the fire, warming its hands, and it croaks in your direction. Roar!
I give him a finger.
Intruders! What brings you to the land of the bullywugs?
So these guys are like the lore. I just want to make sure I have a good understanding. So these guys just terrorize humans and kill them and fuck their shit up, and that's all they do?
They're chaotic evil.
They're chaotic.
That is
evil.
your impression of them. Yeah, that's everything that you've ever been told throughout your life is that these are just monsters that live in swamps and fucking harass people. Now, how true is this? Maybe they're good-natured creatures and they're just on the opposite side of legends and lore and history. Maybe. But everything you know tells you that they're monsters that should just be put to death.
Is he wearing any fine jewelry? Any magical?
No. It's naked.
I look to Anton. Is this really worth our time?
For Imric's sake. We do it for him.
Who's Imric? The bullywug croaks in your direction.
Why are you not afraid of us, bullywug? We're obviously here to kill you and your whole entire family. Why do you just sit there?
I'm far too old to hop away and retreat. If this is the time that I die, then I go to meet my makers as I am.
What maker does
you
a
guys
bullywug
terrorize-
worship?
I worship the gods just as you, and I await my afterlife. I cannot wait to be half my age once again.
Does a Velthar cleric showing up mean anything to you?
Many people wish to see me dead. Which one has sent you?
None in particular, but I'm sure that you guys deserve to die.
I'm
I've heard.
sure you deserve to die as well.
I nod.
It is my fate to die here today.
Can I?
Then bring it down upon me.
I would like to look around the camp. Do I see a collection of anything that might have been looted or pilfered from human villages?
Yeah, you do. You can see that there are some like tools here that are probably beyond the construction of these crude creatures. There's like a box full of nails, and then some like hammers hung on a rack above it. You can see like a pile of farming implements nearby. Some of their weapons look pretty good. Most of them have their own weapons, but you know, some have just been left near the campfire.
What are you
pile of
celebrating?
axes.
Yeah, what are you out here celebrating?
You wouldn't understand. Intruders.
Try me. We just killed the black dragon in the swamp. There may be something to celebrate tonight.
Tomorrow is the day the tadpoles transition from one state to another. It's a
And that
coming
lake
of
I
age
point?
ceremony. The
I-
creature rivets once at you.
I'll point my finger, my gauntlet-covered finger, to some of the tools around camp. By what treachery did you come across these farming implements, these weapons? This craftsmanship
No
is too good for a
treachery.
bunch of toad pools? What are they called?
Bully ones.
Tadpoles?
Tadpoles, yeah, tadpoles, such as yourself.
Oh.
How did you come across these?
By force, of course. My people took them with strength and numbers.
Hear me out.
Aggression.
Hear me out, Tyrael. This old man's obviously lost his will. I say we kill every pollywog or ballywog around here. We leave him, and we leave his tadpoles, and we give him something to get vengeance on. We give him a reason to live.
Yeah, to get vengeance on us and other humans?
On me. Yeah.
This is a sick game, Anton.
I
I
nod.
look away to Anton and I approach the older man and I draw my sword. Where are the rest of the things, the tadpoles? Did they all run away?
The tadpoles don't run, you fool. They swim. They're in the lake.
Or the
My brethren have hopped back. They're surrounding you at this very moment.
Well, I wish them the best in combat, and hopefully they fare better than you, old man. Can I
I
attack?
am ready to meet my last croak.
I'll take a swing at him.
The
You monster.
toad just sits there as your
This guy's
blade
base.
reaches
What's his name?
into him.
What was his name?
Dead
What was
before
his
you could get a
name?
name. No, you didn't even ask.
No, he rolled a natural. He rolled 8. Did he die?
Yeah, but this is an ancient bullywug. He's probably got like, I'll give him 2d8 KL1. Give him HP at disadvantage. He's got 1 HP. Yeah, you
Come
fucking
on.
slaughter the toad.
Good.
Oh, my
I want to
croak.
split him right down the middle in half. Absolutely.
I'll remember him. That toad was
Okay, he's not
base.
gonna
That was the
like
most
this.
base NPC in any Koibu campaign. I
Ian's
yell to
like,
the.
You make some throwaway character that no one's supposed to give a shit about, and they love the throwaway character, but they don't want to fall in love with the characters that you care about.
I'm gonna
We
say
saw
it,
the we
Mooten.
saw
I'm
the
gonna
Zaz
say it,
clip.
Mooten. This NPC was better than Zaz, I think.
Absolutely.
I would say
All
so.
right, you do know what you're
At
talking
least,
about.
at
okay?
least this guy
Absolutely.
accepted his death.
He accepted his death. He knew
He
about the
accepted his death.
cycles of the tadpoles and the
That's
river.
right.
He had a whole civilization of people he was leading. What a base NPC.
What a base one. And you know what? We're gonna kill his whole family for that.
Okay, I look
I
around
yelled
in the
out-
forest. Do we see the frog people? Are they gathered? Are they moving around?
Yeah, you gaze about. You can see frog-like creatures scattered at the edge of the village all the way around you, except on the water side. But you know there's some in the water. They're probably just well hidden.
I don't want to be near the water. I mean, we'll wait for them to.
I hope they drown you.
No, we won't.
Okay.
I raise my hand
We should-
and I play with my ring and I say, ring of free action, yeah?
Yeah, I got that on.
All right, I point in one direction and I look to the other and I say, we'll see who kills the most. And I run off in the other direction. I run north.
I run to go kill the other ones.
I run north.
And the party splits and engages in combat.
As I run, though, I would like to touch my hammer. Do I see any traps?
No traps anywhere.
Good.
Can we get heroic phrase for this one?
No, they're just frogs. I just want to kill some
Well,
shit.
it's just this thing is it's gonna take a long time. That's why I'm
It's
asking.
not gonna
heroic
take a
phrase.
long time. This is a
Is there like an epic frog that I can control now that I can roll for? Yeah.
No, I mean, the epic frog is the one that they just killed.
He
the
was
one with
so
what
He was
HP?
super epic.
He was. I'm gonna bury him after this.
Yeah, there are no spellcasters amongst you. There are communities of 30 or more have 5 sub-leaders and a powerful leader. And when we say powerful leader, it's got 2d8 HP. And it hits that +1 to damage.
Wow.
So,
Whoa.
like, essentially, this is going to be just a one-sided slaughter.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So we're going to try and do this real quick. Like, all the bullywugs go at once, all the player characters go at once. So, one of you roll me a 1d10 and beat a 10. That'll be easy.
I got it. I'm gonna roll a 3 or 2.
There you go. All right, you guys can go ahead and take your full turn right now as you split into different directions, and bullywugs abound everywhere.
Yeah, I want to get one where there's like 5 bullywugs near each other.
Easy to
Okay.
find.
Easy to find. I use my spear. And I mean, here's my attack. So, Spear of Ohana, attack, 25.
Yep.
Crit. 9 plus whatever that is.
They have 14 AC, so you instantly kill one with your first stab.
Here's another one. That's like a double crit, I think.
Stab and kill. If you can do
And
at least
then-
8 damage, you kill one. They have maximum 8 HP.
Here's another one.
Another murder. Yeah.
I skewer him in the heart.
So you show up and immediately dispatch 3 bullywugs. Are you chain lightning any of the others?
Not yet, no.
Okay. On the other side of the camp, Tyrael, what do you do?
Okay, I'm dual wielding my Moonblade and my Harbinger. How many attacks does that mean I get? Is that 3 attacks per round? Or is it 4?
That is going to be 3. 2 from your main hand, 1 from your offhand.
Okay. Here's my 2 Moonblade hits. 1, 2.
Hit.
Dead.
These are crits, right?
Yeah, those are both crits. You're gonna do at least 8 damage, right?
Okay.
Okay, there's no way. Yeah, they
Um,
die.
And then there another
3.
hit.
You dispatch 3 as well.
Okay.
The
good.
party members split, making their attacks quickly. You are both surrounded. MrMouton, 8 attacks against you.
All misses.
They've each +1 to hit. So you quickly find yourself surrounded by frogs who are stabbing at you with every conceivable weapon. On the other side of the camp, same thing happens. 8 bullywugs surround you, and I don't think your AC is lower than 20. So their stabs with spears and swords just clatter
I
harmlessly
assume
against
they
your
understand
armor.
common.
Yeah, the guy was speaking to us in common, so they must.
I'll
Yeah,
let him know.
That was Old Man Pepe. I don't think these guys are going to speak common.
All right, go. Next
I'll let him
attacks.
know.
I want to kill him.
Yeah,
Go, or
Next
say what-
party, go.
15, that's a hit.
Hit.
7, he lives.
Oh, maybe. Hold on. 1d8 HP. No, he's dead.
19. Okay.
That's a hit and a kill.
25.
Hit and kill.
Yes.
All right, so you slaughter 3 more on the other side of the camp. Tyrael,
Wait, one of them I'm gonna use the Rohana. So here's 2d6 to 5 of them. 7. Fuck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You chain lightning 5 of them, and they go down, shaking, quaking, and baking through the spear of Rohana.
So I killed
All the
8 on me.
bullywugs around you are dead. You can see that there are more further out, and once they see you just like murder 8 bullywugs in a minute, they stop their aggressive assaults.
I give
Tyrael,
Tyrael a sneer as I kill all 8.
I mean, I can only attack 3 at a time. So
Yeah,
1,
unlucky.
2.
murder,
No.
maybe murder.
What is?
How much damage do you? Oh, you can do at least 4 for sure.
Yeah, he automatically does for you. Then.
Yeah.
Is
All
it-
right, so that one's dead as well.
Okay.
So you slaughter 3 more. On Anton's side of the camp, the bullywugs have just seen awesome power displayed by this, and they all break and run. They scatter, hopping as quickly as they can in opposite directions. On Tyrael's
I have
side,
24 speed, so I'm gonna run after him.
he is a fearsome fighter, this Tyrael. The bullywugs can see that, but they pass the morale check anyway. And they're just going to try and attack you. So a bunch of them are going to throw spears at you. 60, 20, here comes spears. That is not the right roll. 60, 20. One hit.
Nice. Based. You mean?
You will take 4 points of damage as a bullywug. Luckily gets a spear like right to the side of your face, like skids it across your jawline.
Cool.
And then the ones that are engaged in melee with you, Tyrael, there were 8. You killed 3, so there are 5 left. 5d20. No hits.
Okay.
Can I cast a spell? Are they in?
I thought you were gonna
120
chase.
yards?
Are you chasing or are you casting?
Well, I want to chase as well, but I can get more if I hold person, so I'm gonna hold person first.
Okay.
We go first, I guess. So here's
Yep.
my 1d4 to see how many I can hold. I hold fucking 1.
Okay.
I go in-
1d20 fails the save. You can then probably slaughter it as on your next round.
Yep.
Tyrael, there's still a lot of bullywugs on you.
3 more attacks. 17, 20.
Kill. Natural 1. You barely miss a bullywug.
Okay.
Give me a saving throw versus death. Do you throw yourself on your face? Do you drop your sword? Does it go flying? Do the bullywugs take it and flee into the swamp with the
Is there
with Harbinger?
Is there a click for a saving throw versus death or no? Do I just roll 1?
Yeah, the top saving throw.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, that is a terrible roll. I think you let go of your sword. There's so much bullywug blood everywhere.
That's what I
It just
wanted.
like soaks into the handle, into your hand, and Harbinger goes whoosh, 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 whoosh into the distance. On the bullywug's turn. Mr. Moon, your bullywugs are still fleeing except for the one who is held.
Yep.
Tyrael, your bullywugs are going to fail the morale check this time around, and they will hop into the distance, but not before one bullywug hops over to your dropped sword, grabs it, and continues the escape, fleeing with
fucking
Harbinger.
cheating.
Good.
Next
How
round.
often does Cloak of the Cheetah recharge? Because you used it like 8
Recharges
hours
every
ago.
30 minutes.
Ah,
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
terrible.
I'm sorry, Trevor.
all right. Tyrael and Anton.
Anton runs, executes 1, and then runs at 24 speed after more.
Wait, sorry, did they take Harbinger or did they
It's all
take
good,
the,
don't worry,
the
we're
plus
just-
5 sword?
No, it was Harbinger. But
Harbinger.
That's okay. He needs to spend a little time away from me.
So you can easily kill the held one, no questions asked. You can hop after run after the others. You can
24
chase. I'm gonna need you to make me a perception check to follow because by this point they have escaped into the jungle, into the forest, or into the water.
Fucking.
So you will lose track of where they are.
I'll
They're
go
gone.
after Tyrael's, depending on how.
Yeah, you can turn around and head back towards the area where Tyrael is, and let's see what's going on with Tyrael. They all are fleeing from you. You will get 2 attacks of opportunity with your existing weapon as the ones next to you flee.
1, 2.
You'll just cut them down from behind as they try to escape. But one of the ones who threw your spear does grab your sword.
And do I see which one grabbed my sword?
Yes.
Can I run after him and I'll stab him in the back?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and make me an attack.
He needs the damage, I guess.
Do you
I
need the
need
damage?
the damage, yeah. I need the damage. No, you can't. Minimum damage is 8. Got it. Yeah, the Spullywug has the sword. He turns to face you at the last moment, bringing the sword up to defend, but it's not good enough. You can pierce his defenses, kill the Bullywug. The sword will drop to the mud below you.
Well, if he was holding it, can I just take it out of his hand as I bury my sword in his throat, and then I can use this for my next attack?
Yeah,
Okay,
sword in the
cool.
throat, grab it.
I got 2 more
Stab with
attacks.
the next attack.
Who's near me? 16? Anybody?
One more is near you. 16 will hit and kill, and you'll have to make a perception check to find any others.
Okay. I'll take a quick look around. Nope.
Nah. They've
I make
all
a
escaped
perception-
to the forest.
Can I make a perception check on Tyrael's side?
No, they've all escaped into the woods or into the waters.
Can we deal
But
with
their
this
camp is here. Their
lake,
building is here.
Tyrael?
2 with a lake?
Yeah, if I nap myself, I can probably flame strike it and
No, that's okay. Let's just check the village. Is there anything is there anything maybe sentimental here that we could like return to a town so this isn't like a total like bloodfest for no reason? Or is it
There's nothing of sentiment here at all whatsoever. There's just like some random farming implements.
Okay. I look to Anton. I'm a little out of breath, but it's good kind of exercise. It's like, all right, when we get back, we tell Emmerich that we purged some evil monsters that were terrorizing nearby villagers. I nod.
I nod, but shouldn't we deal with the encampment? I mean,
Didn't we just clear the encampment out, or what do you mean?
their Bollywogs got away, right? Probably about half of their camp. They're just gonna come back if we don't fuck this
Sure,
area.
but I mean, we just like fucked like half of them up. Like,
Sure, but they're gonna come back and live here.
oh, do you want to like burn the encampment down?
Yeah, just give me an hour. I'll memorize the flame strike and I'll burn their encampment down to the ground.
Okay, if you want to, sure.
Fuck it. I mean, we might as well do it. Fuck it. Okay. I nap myself.
All right, you nap yourself, you learn Flame Strike, you burn the encampment down.
There's not like forest fires in this world, is there? We're not gonna like set the whole forest ablaze and like everything's gonna be completely fucked.
There are forest fires. That is a thing. Luckily for you, this is also right next to a lake. It's a pretty wet area.
Cool.
Really, you're only setting on fire the roofs of these buildings. The buildings themselves are mud brick, so they're not actually going to burn. But you can burn the roofs and then push over the walls.
Good.
And disable the whole encampment.
All right, we rush
That's what we'll
back
do.
to Emmerich as quickly as possible so that he's not worried about us.
Emmerich, dawn comes. Your brothers are not back.
Oh, nothing tries to kill me while I sleep in the swamp.
No, you're just awoken again by like weird sounds from the swamp occasionally.
Do I wake up before they get back?
You do.
I learn some spells. I will cast a cloud kill into the swamp to burn it, and I'll learn teleport. Then I relearn stone skin.
I don't think you can relearn teleport and stone skin after you cast a spell. Right?
Oh,
once you
because
cast a
I
spell-
burned the cloud kill last night before I went to sleep. Then.
No. This is the problem with a mage. This is the engagement of a mage, and what makes them difficult is that they can't just replace all their spells at any given moment and any given time.
Unlucky.
They need the planning ahead. I'm sorry, Nick.
I wait for them to come back then. Let's stay another night in the swamp.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can get the dragon back. It's not a problem, right? Whether it takes 1 day or 2 days or 5 days, it's
okay.
It's a simple issue. We don't have to drag it out any farther than it is.
Cool.
Dragging it out.
Nah. All right. Some days later, you guys get back to the capital. Via...
Wait, that matters because I want to cast Time Pool if we're staying here another night.
Well, we wouldn't stay
Sure.
another
Oh,
night. We would just...
Well, we have to because we have to wait for the dragon. Or we can get someone to bring it back. It doesn't matter. Fuck it.
How much does dragon weigh again?
When it's reduced,
200
it weighs
pounds.
200 pounds.
When it's not reduced, is it like 10,000 pounds or something?
20,000 pounds when it's not reduced?
Okay.
No, 200,000 pounds when it's not reduced?
Yeah.
200,000 pounds?
Well, if...
Wait, we don't have to argue that. It's not a
Wait, it's
yeah.
too long.
Yes, 200,000 pounds for a dragon. It's like a 60-foot long massive creature. That sounds... I don't know.
Sure, just that's like
I
how
don't
much
know
like a
these things,
fucking
dude.
blue whale weighs, but yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
What's the length of a blue whale?
Okay.
Okay, question. Here's my time pool. Show me the last time the Arcanist classes were moved.
Oh. The Arcanist glass is held by the mermaids.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Sure.
Show me the last time the glasses of the Arcanist that were owned by the mermaids was moved.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your chance to succeed on the time pool?
It's gonna be 85%, I believe, with Blessed Watchfulness. Yeah.
With not Blessed Watchfulness, but Call Upon
Sorry,
Faith.
the other one. Yeah, Call
Yeah.
Upon Faith. Sorry.
Okay, so give me your D100.
One low.
Yeah.
Where are these
You
bitches at?
can see in the clear ripples of water of the lake before you the scene of a mermaid who has the glasses in hand, swimming towards the surface of the water very quickly. And bursting forth at the surface, the mermaid presents the set of glasses to a fisherman, a lone fisherman who sits in the boat, sort of a wouldn't quite say an old man, but someone who's getting, a little bit more up there in the age, like 45 or upper 40s sort of aged person.
Like Dan's age, yeah.
Yeah, like Dan. Looks kind of like Dan, too. Sitting in the boat. Clearly a fisherman. He's got a net. He's got a rod. He's got some other stuff. The boat is pretty small. And you can see that the net has like a huge slash across its side, like someone has recently ripped it open. And the man reaches out and takes the glasses from the mermaid and thanks her for this gift, asking her what it does. And she tells him that the gift is a small price to pay for her life, and that the glasses are imbued with wondrous powers beyond his comprehension, and he should take great care to protect them.
Emmerich sees the glasses. He sees the man. We're gonna scry on this bitch.
Well, how familiar are you to scry?
Well, vaguely familiar. What's the lowest one, Neil? Does it satisfy that?
Slightly informed of, yeah. You are
right.
slightly informed of this person. You've seen him in a time pool.
I will
And he's seen the actual glasses.
pull out my crystal ball then. And fail to scry on him, but I'll keep trying.
Real quick, are we all looking into this time pool?
Yeah.
Can we tell, does he wear any type of clothing that might look very old? Or is it look like he's somebody of this age? Like...
Excellent. Give me your best high fashion check. I think that's a charisma check. As a rogue, one who must disguise themselves to fit in amongst people, you keep an eye out for what is the fashion of the day-ish. You're familiar with dresses of time periods, enough that you can emulate what you need to emulate and avoid what you need to avoid. And you can tell this guy's definitely wearing some sort of... It's old, right? Like this style of clothing hasn't been popular for maybe like 800 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's like looking at someone from the Dark Ages and their clothing.
Oh, okay. Are they a fine make?
Yeah. No.
If that's true, Tyrrell, that this was 800 years ago, then Anton, why would your spell show? Surely the glasses have been moved since then. Do you think it's because you specified this was the last time they were owned by the mermaids and moved?
I said just show me the last time the Arcanist glasses were moved. No?
We specified the Arcanist glasses owned by the mermaids, though. Perhaps it's only showing us the last time they themselves moved them, because unless this man died in his boat and it's still there, they should have moved since.
It's possible that this man took them home and like placed them somewhere, and it's been like a family heirloom or something, right?
You should scry on the glasses.
Yeah.
You have a perfect image of them. You shouldn't be scrying the man.
Can I tell by the man, does he wear like anything that would identify him as a citizen of like Mystria, Drekis,
Koibu will be, right?
Akuba? Oh, actually, I'm sorry. We heard them speak. What language did she speak to the man?
She spoke Akuban.
Okay, she spoke.
Can I
I
try and
assume one
scry
of
on
you
the
speaks
glasses?
Akuban and could translate to the rest of the
I
party.
do,
Yeah.
Can I try and scry on the glasses then, Neil, now that I've got a visual
Sure, yeah,
image
you're
of them?
whatever above slightly informed of.
It's like, try
You'll get
again
them later.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Another time.
All right, we go back to town, and I think we're going to go to... Well, fuck. Do we want to do the glasses, or do we want to go do the Black Dragon and whatever?
We need to scry on the glasses.
We need a Black Dragon?
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
If we get the glasses, that might get me enough to level up to level 10 before we go up against the dragon.
Sure.
Well, wait, you need a 10...
We'll scry on the...
or-
10,000 experience.
We should have enough for it now, no? Do you think, or no?
I doubt the dragon would give
30,000?
20,000. Well, no, because it's split between both classes, so I need 20,000 actually.
Oh, so we would need like 60,000 experience.
Yeah.
Scry on the glasses again?
Yeah, I mean, I'll make some rolls, Neil, until we get it.
If it's
21?
the next... Yeah, it should be good.
Well, I think, we're going to... Yeah. I think this is happening in and amongst Mooton's solo session time, so you guys are probably in town for a little while Nick is scrying while Mooton runs around and does other stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely base, Neil.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of downtime here. You can keep scrying on these things. Eventually you will succeed, I'm assuming, right? You're going to take
21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you will see just dirt and darkness.
Okay. So
Does
he
it
was
feel like it's under the water?
It feels like it's underground.
he was probably buried with the glasses. This was like some
Yeah.
important thing.
Ah, yeah. How interesting.
Can you
How
zoom
could-
out above the ground?
No. Well, I can cast. Can I cast clairvoyance through the crystal? Through the crystal ball.
Well, crystal ball is a clairvoyance spell. I don't know how you would clairvoyance through a crystal ball.
What if I
Well,
magic
the
flaunt
que-
and then he clairvoyances through that?
Well, I guess my question is, Neil. Can I say I want my clairvoyance to be this spot, but 100 feet in the air?
Yeah, actually, I think that's totally possible.
So I will do that then that day. Once I see them and I see that they're probably underground, I'll learn clairvoyance, cast it but 100 feet up, looking down.
You will see yourself. You will see yourself above woods, above a forest, peering down into trees.
Okay. Next day, then. Or I probably learned more than one clairvoyance this day, I suppose. I cast it again, but this time like 1,000 feet up.
Well,
You at that point, everything is just blurry to you. The crystal ball, the clairvoyance isn't going to give you enough resolution to really like see things at a great distance.
Sure.
There's
there's
for
We're just gonna
logistical
work out
reasons,
where I am.
clairvoyance can't be a Google Maps spell. You can't just like clairvoyance into the sky and then like zoom in down on successive days to find any given point in the world. It's too strong for a third level spell to that. So we'll limit its visible radius like to maybe 100 feet or so if it doesn't already specify.
is there a limit to time
Okay.
pull? Can we just time pull like when he was buried?
No, we can time pull exactly when he was buried. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll nap, throw up time pull. Can I see when the fisherman who wore the Arcanist glasses, his burial?
You want to
Probably
see his
these
burial?
ones.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, I've got one more idea.
Okay, fails. I'll have to do the next day.
Okay, wait. If we're depending on how these days are going, Nick, can you scry on the monks that we visited in Akuba? It's possible, since those guys are like archivers of information, if you can project yourself there to have a conversation, maybe they've heard a tale of a man who freed a mermaid and was awarded a fine pair of glasses in exchange.
Point. Yeah, they might know about that. I guess I'll do that then, Neil. I can probably just project self to the monastery that we went to in the Wakasha Bluffs, right?
Do you for project self? I think you need to see a location, right?
Okay, well, clairvoyance in the
Clairvoyance and
monastery
then-
first,
yes.
and then
I think that'll
project
work.
self.
I'll put my hand on
Yeah.
his shoulder before he does it. Remember to be kind. These monks helped us significantly.
Of course.
If they need
of
anything,
course.
yeah. Also, wait, let's
I-
remind ourselves, and hopefully not remind the DM, did we owe them these items in any particular like time period, or did we just say when we're done, we'll bring them back?
After we
Once
killed
we're done
Scoria.
with
Once we're done
Scoria.
with Scoria. And I think we
I'll
all
give-
are going to give them
I'll-
back.
Okay, yeah.
I'll give them an update as well. I think one of the things, Neil, we've been missing out with Project Self that makes it a little bit weaker is that the caster has to actually walk to make the projection walk, which means like you can't just do it from your bedroom. You probably have to be in like open ground somewhere.
I'm pretty sure we've done that.
So, yeah, I think the last time I cast it, or a few times I've not done that. So I think I'll have like Tyrael come with me to like the fields outside of the city and then do it there.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so I will project self into clairvoyance the monastery, into the mess hall or wherever it is they all hang out, and then.
And by now,
project
you guys
self
are
up.
already back in the capital. This is happening
Yeah.
while you're in town.
Yeah. My eyes roll back into my head as I mutter the arcane words, and I open them to find myself inside the monastery. The stones are worn with time. The intricacies of the carving still present. The monks themselves chatter, only to turn their heads with a shocked look on their face. Imric Magari, what are you doing here? Aha! It is I, brave monks. I have come to converse with you and to give you an update on our quest.
What do they say to that?
They say, we were waiting for you to come back. We had so much gold and platinum and gems to give you. Alas, I am only here but an illusion, but I shall send word to gather the gold and gems that you wish to give us.
And the items of great intelligence, right? I think they spoke of those
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we also found you a belt.
I was going to
+6
let you take
intelligence.
this as far as you can, but you pushed it poorly.
Okay.
The monks will spot you in amongst their dinner, pause, and take a look in your direction. One of them picks up a cup, and another monk stays his hand and steps forward. Wizard, what brings
Friend.
you to our humble monastery?
Friends, do you remember me? My name is Imric Magari. You once led me to the tomb of Rohana.
Resounding bobs of heads goes round the table as they seem to recognize you, although, as one says, your clothes are new and different. We did not recognize you.
Indeed, I found... last time we were here, we were searching for great magical artifacts to help in our upcoming battle against Scoria. Things have progressed. I now have these robes and numerous other things at my disposal. But I have been doing some research into an item that I thought was once long lost, but I have some details now, and perhaps you may be able to help me locate it. Have you heard tale of a man, a fisherman, many centuries ago, who was gifted a set of powerful arcane glasses from the mermaids for freeing one of them from his net? I think he was
Always
perhaps...
tales of men freeing mermaids and being gifted things, but I know of no story that involves glasses. How much accuracy do you think there is in this tale?
100% accuracy has been shown to me by the gods.
But the tale will be... Can I hear him speak, or...?
You can hear me speak, but not them. I
As he
guess.
explains it, I'll say, the man died many, many, many generations ago.
He died centuries past. He was a fisherman of poor means. I suspect he's buried in the woods somewhere, perhaps the Taltamoris woods. I'd hoped that maybe you had heard of such a tale. Maybe you dismissed it as rumor.
There are many tales of many people. If this is something you wish us to look into, I can do so, volunteers one of the monks, but it will take some time. Visit us again in 1 week, and I will see if we have anything for you.
I suspect that he lived around 8 centuries past. It's a vague estimate based on the clothing he was wearing. And if he was in
Okay.
contact with the mermaids, buried in the woods, most likely the Taltamoris woods, but I suppose it could be somewhere else.
They agree to look into things on your behalf.
Thank you, friends. Also, since you were so graceful in helping us with our quest, I should give you an update. Things are progressing. We are almost... I look and think about whether Tyrael seemed to think that we could trust these guys, so... These were the first people we told about our quest. So things are progressing. We are almost at the point where we can challenge Scoria. There remains only a few things outside of our grasp before we make our move. So you shall have the sandals, the armor, and the spear back one day soon.
They seem quite pleased at this story. We pray for Scoria's death soon.
Your prayers will soon be answered.
I tap him as he kind of is wrapping it up. Ask them if we can offer them anything, perhaps gold or food. Maybe we can send them something as a sign of goodwill.
If you were to find these glasses, we should be returning here in person. Is there anything that you need, any tribute that we could perhaps give you to pay you for your aid here? My older brother Tyrael is keen to ensure that you are well rewarded.
We have no need for reward. We do what we do for personal reasons.
I understand. Perhaps if you wanted to make some restructuring to the monastery or add any new wings or something like that, perhaps we could help with the funding once this is all over.
Donations can be made at the front desk.
Well, thanks for your time. And sorry for interrupting your meal. And I'll go up and touch one of them on the shoulder and disappear.
Whoosh. And soon you are back inside your own domicile.
They said they weren't sure. They're going to do some research. I'll check in with them in a week.
Okay.
This guy's likely buried in the woods there to the southern peninsula, to the south of the peninsula of Akuba. But even those woods themselves are quite large. It would take, perhaps it would be impossible to find his grave.
Yeah, the
100
biggest
square
issue
miles.
is going to be that I really don't think anybody will have heard of this man being buried. I mean, I would expect the Cubans or Drakissians as well, no slight to those people, but if you'd known of a poor fisherman that was buried with an ancient artifact, would not any grave robber show up to try to loot this artifact? Nobody would really let him rest with those glasses, no? Especially a man
Perhaps
of
he
no...
kept it secret. Yeah.
Perhaps, but I mean,
Perhaps
I'm sure
they didn't know he had the glasses.
he couldn't have been too secret. A family member at least buried him, right?
Yeah, I mean, my thinking is if the monks fall short, we could. There's probably a limited number of villages in that forest, and
I
they
think we
probably
can
all
find
have
it.
graveyards.
I can locate object. I know what it is. I know what it looks like. We can just fly around there. I can probably find where it's near by time pooling a little bit more. Probably one more time. See where the man is buried. We'll see who's there. We'll see what they're wearing. I think we can find it with locate object. The duration is 8 hours.
That
And I
makes
can cast
sense.
it 3 or 4 times a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
time pool or maybe time pool like the last time the man woke up, so you can like see where he's at, like what village. I don't know what the chances are of like time
Wait.
pooling. Like,
I don't think I can. I don't think I can reliably teleport us to Kuba because there's no super safe spot in the monastery that we know well enough.
We have a safe spot in Birkin.
and we could also have them
Oh,
prepare.
and Nome.
We could have them prepare a safe
Yeah.
spot for us, right?
Potentially, that might be asking a bit much. I was thinking maybe we just travel by boat, and if we set off now, it would be a week's time by the time we got there.
Is it only a week to get there? I thought that was like a 3 week.
It might be
It was
longer
like a
than
3-week
that.
journey.
Yeah, that's way.
I say
too
we
long.
teleport to Birkin, and then we get a boat from there.
Well, they said that they're going to have an update for us in a month. They
I
do
could
seem,
fly us from Birkin.
They do seem pretty capable. We could do the Solemn Dragon while they do that. I think we could be there and back in a week. Do you think maybe?
We could teleport to Birkin and then do the thing through
Fly.
flight.
Yeah, we could be there
wanna
tomorrow if we
go-
needed to be.
Back to Nome.
For briefly, yeah. Well, I think we can. I think we can wrap up the Arcanist glasses this session if we start.
Okay, if you think, as long as we're not on a boat
Yeah,
for a
I
month,
think
yeah.
we can.
Okay,
If we start doing it now, yeah.
go for it.
Okay. We need you to put your image in the Birkin inn, right?
We've got a spot there. We rented the top room. Remember,
Yep.
it's safe to teleport
You remember
there.
you gave them like 100 fucking gold for like the year.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember.
So we got that.
So the
just
next day,
afraid.
then, if it's been enough time that Anton's done with his solo session, we can teleport the day after that.
Yeah, because it's been a little while of you doing stuff here. We kind of defocused on the exact time of the events, but Anton can do his stuff while you're doing these things.
Well, no, because we all need to go.
Yeah, no, but it's been like, by my calculations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 days back in town
It's about perfect.
doing stuff, which I think is just enough time to fill out Anton's solo session.
Cool.
Okay.
So here we are on the 29th of December. We are approaching the new year. Just a couple days out.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll teleport to Birkin.
All right. Yeah. So I'll just do my spells now, because
Okay. And you're going to just teleport to Birkin and get a boat from Birkin, is what I heard?
no, we can fly.
Fly from Birkin? Okay.
Yeah. It's 60. It was 60 miles per casting, right? More or less. I think. Do you want to just double check that while I do my spells?
It was 60 miles by what?
Air
casting?
casting of polymorph self.
Morph self. Duration is 2 turns per level. Your wizard level 9.
Mm-hmm.
Times 20 minutes is 360 minutes, is 6 hours. And you fly at what speed? Griffin speed?
48.
Pegasus speed. 48. So 48. 6 times 3.5 times 4. You can go 84 miles with one casting.
Easy. Okay, then. So that day, I will teleport us to the inn in Birkin, and then I'll do one casting to the far northern island or the little island here. I'll land there, recast, and then I can fly to the monastery from there.
Perfect. Then within 2 castings, you can arrive. Just a quick note when... No, it's fine. We'll just
wait,
gloss
before
over the
we-
gnome stuff.
Before we leave,
Yeah.
because I need to get my time pools out of the way that I want to know about. I cast a quick time pool. Show me the death of the queen's daughter-in-law. So John Wick's wife originally died in a carriage accident, and I want to see what happened there.
Okay, so you got to specify because like the queen might have multiple
Oh,
daughter-in-laws.
sorry, yeah. So I would specify because I don't know her name. Show me John Wick's deceased wife's death.
I mean, we would know her name.
yeah, we
Wait,
would.
Yeah,
also,
you
real
guys would
quick,
know.
do we do all these time pools together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Before, if we're talking about this,
Sure.
I might suggest to Anton, right now, we're digging for answers that might lead us down very dangerous roads for all of us. If these are the types of
Yeah.
things that you want to talk about. Is it wise to do these within the city? Do we trust that we're in totally private quarters where there can be no spy, no ears, no eyes on us? Is this a safe place to do these investigations?
Sure. I'll
Hero
change.
brings up a good point. It may be wise not to do this at all.
Well,
I'll
Do we
change
really
the
wanna
time
know?
pool on that one. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, hold
Do
on.
we really
hold on,
want to know
wait,
the
wait.
answer to this question?
Absolutely. I'm not saying we don't want to do them all. I'm just saying that doing them inside this area, I don't know if there could be a special spell. You two are more magically inclined than me. It might be perfectly safe to do so. I'm just saying that if we come across an answer that somebody doesn't want us to know, we're very disposable. Yeah.
I will wait. I'll wait on that one then. I was just going down my list.
What do we do if it's true, though, Tyrell?
Well, I don't know. Well, here, actually, fuck it. I want to activate. Well, fuck. I didn't mean to talk you out of it. I just want us to be really, really careful with stuff like this.
Yeah, I agree that we should do it somewhere else. I
Okay.
agree with you.
Well, I can activate.
should do it in the capital
We can
city.
do a ring of seeing and look around, right? We don't see anything. There's no spy in here. There's no.
Okay, we can do it when we land on far northern island to cast the second polymorph cell.
Yep.
There's no way anyone else sees
I can
that.
cast my second
Okay, yeah, fuck it. We'll do that.
one
That's
there as
fine.
well.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
first time pool. Show me the magic being used that stopped Imric being able to shift dimensions when we were in the mine.
Okay,
It was a wish scroll.
give me your D100.
Oh no.
I need 85 or lower.
Oh, Mooten.
Oof. Dodged a bullet there,
Unfortunate.
Neil.
I'm gonna ask that one as well in Little Island. We'll ask the carriage one later.
So that's the one you cast before you leave, and then the next day you teleport to Birkin. Nick, give me your D100 for arrival. I think that's
Fine.
well within your zone of satisfaction. And then you can shapeshift and fly the whole party to far northern island.
Yeah.
I nap both of us.
Just on that point, though, Neil. Yeah, you don't need to nap me. If it looks
Okay.
like that place is crawling with monsters, I'll land on a different island.
Far Northland Island? No, it's
Yeah.
not crawling with monsters.
Okay.
I nap myself.
You see pygmy mammoths on it. They're cute and adorable.
Oh, that is cute.
I wake up, I pet a pygmy, and then I ask the same question. Here's the D100. Low. We're good.
Yeah, you go down to the beach, you dig out some sand, make a little pool, let some water in, turn off the channel to it, let it stabilize so that you have like a fresh pool of water. Not fresh water, but like a pool of good water. And you can see that crawling along the ceiling behind the party as you walk into the chamber silently is this sort of scrawny person who's definitely the necromancer. You recognize her right away.
Oh, shit.
She was behind you guys as you walked down that hallway towards the specter. And with Imric in the back, casting a spell was fairly easy. You can see a little bit of a green beam outstretched, striking Imric from behind, which she doesn't notice. And Bob's your uncle.
Good to know.
She was right there. Okay, so we fly to the... Oh, you want to do the other time pool? Man.
That's all I
About-
have for now.
Well, no, we're doing.
Okay.
We want the sister-in-law, or unless you mean we need another day, but
I need another day, so we'll do that
the
when we
daughter-in-law.
come back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I fly us to the monastery.
Okay. You can fly to the monastery. You will see many a ship hanging outside Talishar Harbor. You can see soldiers marching down the main road from Sandashar to Talishar. It looks like the Akuban Civil War is heavily underway, but you don't recognize any of the flags or names or whatnot. You can sail past everything, up into the clouds to avoid detection if need be, and then down into the woods. Whoosh,
No, we're
disappearing
going to the
from view.
monastery. Oh, you mean just to stay out of view? Sure. Okay.
Yeah, well, the monastery is near some woods too, so it's all the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I had to shift back into myself. Would you like? Do you want to come in?
I don't know why we're going to the monastery.
Wait, why are
Thought
we going to the
just gonna be
monastery?
They may have. They were doing research for me.
In a
Do you
day,
know?
they have
Well,
information.
they said that it would take 1 week.
Well, it's been a few days, right? You were finishing your solo session. I figured that it had been
It's been
a
1 day.
week. Oh well, then we land in the woods then.
Well,
If
no,
that's
wait.
what's
Actually,
gonna-
he might be right. What, I don't know what point during our 6 days we
It's not been a week.
Okay.
It's been a
Okay.
few days.
Okay,
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, we'll land in the woods then. If we can't find it, we'll go to them.
Locate
I
object.
cast.
What is the range
Locate
on it?
object.
Isn't it only like 50 feet or 100 feet or something?
No, it's a couple
no, it's
hundred yards. I
Pretty
think.
long. It is 100 yards plus 20 per level. So 9 times 2. It's 280 yards.
280 yards.
280 yards. I got a football field.
What?
No, you have 2.8 football fields.
Yeah.
100 yards.
840 feet. And you want to search an area that is maybe 10 miles by 10 miles. Yeah, you're not going to be able to search it 100 square miles.
No, it's gonna take some
gaze
time.
down an 840 foot. Yeah. So
Oh,
you're just gonna
sorry, I
search
fucked up.
around.
I was reading the wrong one. It's 60 yards plus 10 per level. So 100.
Oh, even
Sorry.
even worse. Yeah.
Yeah, because locate object, I remember we had to run through cities to like find shit, and even that wasn't guaranteed with VOA. So
Yeah.
that's a rough one.
But given enough time, I can do like
It also lasts 8 hours.
yeah. So it's enough for me to cast 2 castings of Polymorph Self. So 6 hours of flying around these woods.
And we can get time
wait
pool
a
information
second.
off this.
And Nick might have already been doing this automatically. Can you ping on the map where the mermaids were?
They were
They were
like
like
here.
over here.
They were over there. Okay.
So this guy probably lived near here.
That's why I think they're in this
Absolutely.
woods. Yeah.
Yeah, he had to. So actually, then the
Sorry?
area that we're gonna check, we're just gonna
Is like
check.
the Leech Islands.
Yeah, we're just gonna check these woods.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Oh wait, is this a 100
He
square
could
mile
also-
area?
This wood
Yeah.
is 10 by 10.
Oh, okay, fuck me, never mind.
So I think we can take because if we want to wait for the monks, that's probably like 3 or 4 days. So I say we can do like 3 or 4 days in these woods,
And we can get a bunch of time pools off.
Yeah.
and we can do. If you can cast Lookout Object twice, we could do 12 hours of searching
Cast
a
as
day
many
with
times as
Nap.
you want.
Yeah. So with Nap, we could do 12 hours of Pegasus flying a day.
Cool.
And can we also do let's just go up and down like the coasts, like to look for little villages, and then we'll try to find like fishermen
Yeah.
villages and check that. Yeah.
Yep.
You will find many villages up and down the coast of the Tel Temors woods. Too many villages to search individually.
No, but
Well, no, we're
I
just
think
flying
we
with Lookout
start
Object.
with the bottom coast. So I think if we have to draw a path, it's probably going to be something like like this.
Well, no. Let's just because he's
We should
official.
do the
Starting from
coast
the bottom.
first.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, we
official.
should do the coast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So it's more like a.
And we're just gonna basically
probably
be flying
will.
through
Probably
with
will.
locate object around the village. Maybe if
Yep.
there's like a cemetery outside the village and look that way or whatever. Yeah.
So we'll say we get there. You don't have any more castings of flight, right?
Oh.
We sleep. We wake up. I time pool in the morning before we do anything.
Uh-huh.
I'm time pulling. Show me the death of John Wick's deceased wife. I obviously my character does it better.
Right. Give me your D100.
Okay, I've been rolling kind of shit. We're good.
Oh no.
You have
Wow.
natural basin. It's a stump of a tree that has been filled with rainwater from the recent storms this winter. You can see, similarly, it is a rainy day in Drekis. There's a carriage with, what would you call it? A driver at the front, a groom hanging off the side of the carriage, and inside, through one of the windows, you can see Jonathan Wick, his wife, and a bunch of other women who you might recognize as his other sisters. And the carriage is barreling down the road on this dark and rainy day. In a accident most tragic, an unfilled pothole causes the wheel to snap off the carriage. The horses whinny as the carriage tilts and drags behind them. The driver tries to get them to stop. The horses careen to one side. The carriage skids, drifts, slams into a tree. Branches break through the carriage side. Glass goes everywhere. Boards, rods, even little sticks from the tree stick through the figures inside. Jonathan Wick is able to extract himself, but his wife is very clearly impaled. Many of his sisters die in this most tragic carriage accident.
Unlucky.
The groom is dead, squished between the tree and the carriage. The driver is thrown and has broken a foot. One horse is fine but terrified. The other horse has a broken leg and lays on the ground. Jonathan kneels before his dying wife, who gasps out final words to him that only he can hear, and he bawls his eyes out as she dies before him.
Rip. We search the villages, I guess, with...
That's a
looking
relief,
object.
I say, after we see the time pool. I'm glad that we didn't see anything more untoward. It would make things complicated back at home.
Just
Of
wait for
course.
the husband's death.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about the?
Yeah.
Let's
Now
hope-
you got a time pull the last time the carriage was repaired to see if they repaired it poorly by intention.
Well, we saw it hit a pothole.
We
I
saw it hit
think.
a pothole, yeah.
Yeah, but like if you weaken a carriage wheel,
You know-
all you're doing is waiting for the right
Nah,
moment
he's
for it
trying
to hit
get
a
us off of
pothole.
the
Yeah,
good time
he's-
pools, yeah.
The wheel falling off a carriage is not likely to result in death.
Yeah, I was gonna
Do you
say
wanna-
that's pretty crazy. Go on.
Yeah. Do you want to do the other time pool now, or do you want to do it after we search?
Let's do it this evening.
Sure.
No, let's do it now.
Well, I'm asking if he wants to fast forward in time, or...
Oh,
Wait.
let's search first then. Sorry, yeah, go.
Yep, we search.
So I think we
Okay.
do this polywhirl kind of
So
symbolism here.
you fly around in a spiral. Every time you get to a village, you like go to the graveyard and detect item over the graveyard or locate object over the graveyard.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do the coast.
Uh-huh.
Locate
like
object
that?
is 8 hours, so it's on the whole time. So
It's
as long as we're
8
low enough to the
hours?
ground.
8
yeah.
hours.
8
The
hours.
cleric version's much better than the wizard version for some reason.
Duration 8 hours.
So that's why I think
Jesus.
with two castings of locate object, and if I nap, I can do 4 castings of polymorph self. We can fly for 12 hours a day with locate object on. I think it's just a matter of time until we ping it.
Okay, you'll have to fly fairly low to the ground, but that's okay. And sure enough, you will find the glasses of the Arcanist in a cemetery in a village on the north side of the Tel Temoris Woods.
Easy.
Well, we got to dig it up. We're going to be grave robbers now.
Well, no, let's go and speak to the locals. We'll offer them some gold for it.
No, wait. Hold on. Before we do anything, we're floating above. What do we
Okay, well, I
expect
can't
these? Yeah, let's land for a bit. Well, because we point out, okay, we feel the glasses are here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's land a bit and talk amongst
Yes.
ourselves.
Okay, I'll land us, turn back into me.
Okay, we have
We
to think of
found
how
them.
we want
Let's-
to do this. Now, how powerful
Well-
do you expect these glasses to be?
Well, you heard the mermaid. Power without measure. I don't know.
Power without
That's the
measure to a
question.
fisherman. Could be a +1 arming store that we have stashed in our house, right?
Well, the only other magical glasses I've ever read about were permanent true sight, permanent detect magic. Mm-hmm. But it's possible these could do any number of things. I'd
Okay.
had rumors that perhaps they had something to do with reading scrolls, but I don't know.
I understand. So the reason I ask you is because there's 2 ways that we can do this. We can simply dig up the grave, find the glasses and take them, or you could go to the village and try to make an offer. However, it might be the case that there is no offer you could make to dig up the body of a dead man
That's right.
to loot his glasses.
It's 8 centuries ago. I'm sure if we turn up with 50 gold, they'll be snatching our hand off.
That is true, but if it's 8 centuries old, does anybody really have a claim enough to this man that they care about?
No, but I'd rather do the right thing and pay for them.
And pay to rob a grave? That's the right thing?
I think we just take them, Imric. We've
Well,
been grave
that's
robbers
it.
before. We might as
I
well
would
do it
rather
again.
I would rather excavate a grave than rob one if we have the means to avoid it. They are, however, Cubans, but they are just peasants.
I think that,
It's a fishing village. We can probably just make this the most rich fishing village in the world if they'll just let us
I agree.
open up a grave.
I agree. I think that we talk to them, we do the right thing, we can offer them gold. It's a body of many generations ago.
A little bit.
I would be cautious, though, with how you phrase it. If they think the item is worth more than it actually is, they may try to extort us or not allow us to
Well,
excavate.
they're not in,
Low-
they're,
Emmerich,
they're not in a
lowball them?
position. They're not in position to extort us.
Lowball
Well-
them, and we'll give them more, and they'll be super happy.
Okay.
Not like give them like 5 gold. I'm saying like
Yes, yes.
offer them 100 gold, and I'll give them 100 platinum. Which is 200 gold.
I'll handle it. Give me a stack of coins.
I give you a sack of I give you 2 sacks, 50 platinum, 50 platinum.
Okay. All right. I take these 2 sacks of gold and I go into the village, Neil. And
Taking
I'll
that off my
look Look for like a town hall or something like that. I put these
You find
bags in
a
pockets, by the
temple.
way. A temple.
Church in the middle of the very small fishing village. There's maybe 20 buildings here total. The only stone one is the church, which is here.
Is the
Clearly.
graveyard in the church? Yeah.
It's attached to the church, yeah.
Do you feel comfortable
Okay,
talking
I
to them?
will,
Do you think you can do this? You're okay, right, Imrek?
I should be fine, Cyril. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I will wander into the church.
You step in. Immediately, a local priest raises his head to see you. Middle-aged man, maybe 39, 40 years old. He walks forward and says in fluent Akuban, "Hail, wanderer, traveler from afar. We rarely get visitors to this tiny village. What brings you here, stranger?"
Speaking in accented Cuban, I will say, I am a nobleman from Drakus. I'm in search of something that once belonged to my family, and I'm led to believe that it is buried in this graveyard. I would like to make a donation to your church if you would allow me to carefully excavate the item from the grave here.
A Drakisian, I see. And he walks forward to shake your hand.
Yeah, and shake his hand.
You're displaced, right?
I guess so, yeah. But if
Yeah,
I grab
so
his
he
hand,
goes
no, but
to-
if I grab his hand when I
Sure,
shake
but
it.
if you grab his hand, he's still looking for the displaced hand over there. So there's like an awkward moment of like where he can't like there's an awkwardness that appears, and he shakes his head like trying to clear it and says, "Are you not where you seem to be? You must be a
Fuck, I don't know
powerful
why we need to
sorcerer."
lie. Fuck.
I've been known to dabble in the magic arts. Hence how I know about this this thing. You know, it belonged to my family. I've tracked it down using magic.
I see.
Grave
Drakisian
is,
sorcerer from a great distance has come seeking a family heirloom that is here in my tiny village.
Yes.
Where?
In the graveyard.
Ooh. Buried with one of my peoples?
From centuries past. I can offer a great donation to your village and to your church if you would allow me to carry this out.
I must consult the holy texts. Please, give me a moment. And he retreats into his room at the far end of the church and is in there for a good 15 minutes before it comes back out again.
Yeah. I put one of the bags of platinum, like on the table I'm standing up.
He looks
You
at
know
the
what you're
bag,
laughing at, Stephen.
not sure what's
Yeah.
in it, shrugs and says, "Tell me about this person." And he puts like a hand, he kind of looks around for you, puts a hand on your shoulder, on your back, and like walks with you towards the front of the church, and asks you to tell him about who in the town has this thing.
It's a tall tale, my friend. I will tell you it. I only hope that you'll believe me, but it's an item that belonged to my family. And over the course of their travels, it was lost beneath the waves. And I'm led to believe that it was...
The dagger comes up and down over your shoulder. The priest is attempting to murder you.
What?
And actually, somehow, despite having complete back attack and advantage of you being completely off your guard,
Oh my god, really?
fumbles his rolls. Yes, really. He calls out, "Drakisian scum, you've come to my lands to steal my things. You shall not live this day." Roll me initiative, Nick.
He
This,
chose
this
death.
priest is going to try and kill you.
Can we
You go
hear any of
first.
the commotion or anything?
18 damage.
He dies on the spot.
No.
Wait, what'd you do to him?
God.
Magic missile.
Your
shake my
5
hands.
magic missiles rip him to pieces. The Akuban priest patriotic, hating you Drakissian monsters, especially you
Fucking scumbag.
spellcasters.
We've had 2 base characters today.
What a
2 base
fucking scumbag.
NPCs.
I pick up my platinum back, and I open his robes and take a look at his. Does he have a holy symbol? Is he a cleric, or is this literally just a
Yeah, he's
priest?
got like a generalist symbol dangling from his neck. He's just a regular priest.
I spit on him and say racist scum in a Cuban, and walk back out. Say, all right, we got permission. Let's go around the back.
All right.
Okay.
With the spell still cast, you can find the grave. But while you're digging it up, the angry mob from town will appear.
Oh, come on.
They're
Clock
mad.
kill him, bitch.
You've murdered their priest, clearly. I mean, the priest is dead with like
Okay,
holes in
wait.
him, and there's 3 strangers dressed in
Yeah.
dragon scale out in the middle of this graveyard. And so soon the town, which isn't large but numbers at least 100 people, arrives.
As I see the
shit.
crowd gathering, I turn to Imric and I say, Imric, what was your conversation with the priest? What did you tell him?
He tried to stab me once he learned I was Drakissian. He ambushed me and stabbed me in the back. Fortunately for me, Didn't
Is he
hit,
this place
but
in front of me? I want to smack him.
you automatically miss. Whoosh.
I take a step out. What are you doing?
Imric, why would you come here to murder monks on a land where we've befriended other monks? We're
He tried to kill me. He's not a monk. He's a priest. He tried
Monks
to
are
kill
not the
me.
same as priests,
Cyril.
Hero.
Okay, I understand. He was a priest, though. Look at how many more times powerful you are than anybody here. Did you really have to kill him? What did you do to him?
I just cast a spell on him. It's not my fault.
He attacked you first, Imric?
Yeah, he stabbed me in the back.
I'll give you
I
a
show
nod.
you. Yeah.
No, this is not. We didn't come here to slaughter innocent priests and village people as we've come to rob a grave.
I will not kill these villagers. I mean you no harm. Please go back to your homes.
How far away are they?
80 feet to like 100 feet.
Oh, perfect. Are they all like grouped up in a big group?
No.
Yeah, they've kind of come up against that.
He would
wall.
beat that guy.
I draw my sword and I look to Imric.
Kill.
Imric.
Anton, dig up the grave.
Anton will dig.
I'll
And
hold
smile
the
at his brothers
back.
fighting.
No.
Do any of them have fire? Do any of them have fire? Do any of them
call.
have fire, Neil? Do they have torches and stuff?
No, it's not nighttime yet. No need for fire.
He's not letting you use the fucking one thing that you got.
I cast web at them.
You cast what?
Web.
Web at who?
Spider webs fill the area.
Well, wait, hold on. He sees him casting a spell. What does Tyrael do? Is
Can
Tyrael
I-
gonna let him cast a spell?
I want to block. I should roll for initiative. I'll actually shove him on the ground
Yeah.
or whatever I need to do to cancel the
Holy
spell.
shit.
All you got to do is push him once to interrupt the spell.
I want to push him.
Well, he has to roll a con
All right,
check
give
now.
me a. Yeah, so give me a D10 plus 3 for initiative versus Imric's D10 plus whatever for initiative. Imric, you can get a bonus of -1 since he's reacting to you.
Don't spells always go last in the roll or whatever?
No.
No.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit.
I need
Oh, he rolls so poorly.
1d10?
You need a-
1d10 plus 3? Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
God damn it.
Unlucky.
So you get to Imric just as his spell goes off. But the spell is already off, and it starts to entangle the people as you get to him and get your shove in.
See? No harm, no foul.
No,
They
how
leave
many
us
of them-
alone.
How many of them are entangled?
What's the AoE of web? Is it 20 by 20 by
Yeah,
20?
you only got probably
It's
what,
more
like
than
10
that.
out
It's
of
more than
100
that. It's
villagers?
more than that. It's well more than that. 8 10 by 10 by 10 cubes.
Oh my god. Okay, that's like all of them. Yeah.
Anton digs.
I
Smiling.
stay away from any houses that might have fires in them.
No,
Sticking
it's fine.
to trees. Yeah.
Yeah. You blanket the area of the graveyard where all these people are gathered with webs. They begin to cry out and scream. Some of the people near the edges will inevitably have broken free or have passed their saves. You definitely can't get 100% of people. I will give a morale check for the remaining. They flee.
Anton screams out some shit in Eridonian. He doesn't want this to come back on Drekkus.
Yes.
You know, they hate us enough, so I'm gonna try and make them think I'm Eridon.
Nice.
All right. We
And
take the grave.
I'll shout out an Eridonian as well. Leave this place at once. We mean you no harm. Please don't force our hand.
I crack a smile.
They call at you in a Cuban. They curse you. They don't know who you are, but they say, By the wrath of Valthara, you men in dragon armor shall pay the price 1,000-fold for disturbing the dead. How dare you pillage our people? How dare you ruin their lives in the afterlife?
All right.
Monsters!
I'll whisper to Imric, tell them to come for me. Tell them I've created great vengeance for them, Imric. Please.
Okay,
Please.
okay. In a Cuban, I say, villagers, Valthara has heard your call, and I encourage you to come after us.
Wait.
Fucking
Give us your name so we may find you and hunt you down.
Anton, they want our names.
Give him, just tell him Valthara's chosen.
Look for Valthara's chosen.
I'll scream back
And,
at Emmerich and I'll ask him, what are you saying? I don't actually speak a Cuban, so I don't know what he's saying, but I say the villagers are getting more and more riled up.
I'm telling them what Anton said. He wants me to encourage them to seek vengeance upon us.
Why? Why would you do this?
We're creating vengeance.
These are just
Tyrael.
meaningless villagers. How would they ever find their way to us? I shall give them the platinum when we leave.
When
And once Anton has the glasses, I'm going to throw the 2 bags of 100 platinum in front of the web.
You're throwing blood money to them after we've robbed a grave and murdered a priest? How do you think that looks?
I did not murder the priest of self-defense. You, of all people, should know that that's
Caleb, if you were in there and the
self-defense.
guy attacked you, what would you have done?
What if a child runs up to you in the street and smacks you in the thigh? Would you draw your
I would
blade
smite him down.
and open
Anton
his
looks at
throat
you.
in the middle of the street?
I nod, yes.
It's unbecoming
Murder is
behavior.
murder, Tyrell.
You both are making me
Murder is
ashamed
murder.
right now. What do you mean murder is murder? This man, none of the
He
people
tried
in
to
here,
kill me, Tyrell.
none of these people present a threat to you. That man would have to cut through 100 mirror images of you to even stand a chance of touching your robes. You know this.
I did not have my buffs. I did not have stone skin. I did not have mirror image. He'd already seen through my displacement. He struck
Anton.
through at my back.
Anton.
He was scared.
Anton, stop talking and
Tyrael?
finish digging the grave. How much longer?
I'll dig.
It takes many hours
me a strength
to
check
dig
to go
6 feet
quicker.
down.
Many hours?
Can I get a strength check to go quicker?
Many hours.
Unfailing
Many
endurance?
hours. Oh, you do have
Terrible.
unfailing
Help it.
endurance. That's true. You can probably go a little bit faster. So instead of taking you 8 hours, it'll take you like 4 hours to dig a grave, to dig the 6 feet down.
What if Tyrell helps him? What if I help him?
How many
Because,
shovels did you guys bring?
None.
the web lasts
None.
3 hours, so
3 hours for a
3
fucking web spell?
They're just there, kind of chilling. They're tired. They're like, fuck it, you know. We're not mad.
Can
anymore.
I
It's
want to
all
go.
good.
I want to go up and help cut the villagers out of the webs.
Based.
yeah.
We probably would do that after like 10.
With your
20
magic
minutes.
sword, you can do so easily.
Good.
Um,
And I'll try to tell them to
the
calm
ones you
down. I'll
cut
speak.
try to flee.
They can flee. That's fine. I'll speak Eridonian as I begin to hack away at the webs, or Mystrian as well if they don't understand me. But
I go looking around the village for a shovel.
One of them will understand you. One of them does speak Eridonian, but just one.
Based.
What do you say to the one who speaks Eridonian?
we've merely come here to retrieve a powerful artifact. We
In our graveyard? Then why did you kill our priest? He says, pissed.
because your priest attacked my brother. I don't know why he attacked my brother, but he defended himself. I don't know what more you
Right.
expect.
Murdered a holy man. And now you dig up graves? And you try to pretend that you're good?
You can
That your
search.
causes are just?
Your holy man's corpse carries a dagger on it. Unless you think we brought a dagger to plant on the man, he tried to stab my brother in the back. Not much of a holy man, if you ask me.
An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind, sir. Or at least one-eyed.
Well,
Semi-blind.
in that case, cast your single eye away from us and look no more. We'll take this item and we'll leave.
All right. They don't want to fuck with you. You can cut them free, buying maybe a little bit of goodwill. They will leave you alone as you dig the grave, eventually coming across a body, carefully exhuming the corpse and the glasses still purchased upon the skull.
I say words to the dead and thank him, and you know. I want to
what's
take
that?
a. Okay, so I am under the impression I can speak with dead with a single hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
there is a time limit.
I know. I was thinking more about the priest inside, but I'm probably not going to.
Oh.
No, we're good.
You sure? Priest is there?
So, have you guys got an inn in town, or?
No, as he exhumes the corpse and I see him, I turn to Imric and I glare at him and I say, "Is this man a threat to you as well?"
Which man? The dead man?
I nod
No.
down to the ground. Need you shred his body with a magic missile, perhaps?
This man has not done anything to me. I am honestly taken aback by this accusation, Tyrell, after the things that I've seen you do in the past.
What have you seen me cut down a man in the street? What are you talking about?
I lower my voice and say, I sat there arguing with you and Anton about murdering that innocent carriage driver in Solemn. This man tried to kill me. I'm completely justified in this response.
My eyes go wide, and I glare, and then they narrow to thin, razor-thin slits as I glare at Imric. I tell him in a disgusted voice, "You forced our hand when you revealed who we were to that carriage man. His death is on you. Imric, do you not understand that?"
You are blind, Tyrell.
What choice
Imric,
did we have?
I'll speak to him. Imric, I had to kill the guy in the dungeon that you smuggled out.
Me and him, we made amends. He understood what was happening.
No, he's dead now.
No, I know. He understood he was dying, but I gave him money for his family. He was at peace with it.
At peace after you'd forced another death, Imric. You need to start taking responsibility for your actions. Your recklessness is driving
You're
more
reckless,
bodies into the
Imric.
ground that need not be there.
Trust me, I take full responsibility for the dead priest. The racist priest who tried to stab me in the back.
I'm less worried about the dead priest and I'm more worried about the killing of our family name. By having us walk from town to town murdering these weaklings. Why would you do this?
True, Imric. If you're gonna do it right. Wipe them all
Two
out
things.
so they can't
One,
say anything about
they
it.
don't know our family name. And two, you think these people in this backwater town, it's going to get back to anyone important?
How many people do you think wander these lands in dragon armor, flying in and out of these continents?
Brother, do you take such pleasure in berating me that you must go on and on about this trivial matter? It doesn't matter. We've got what we came for. Let us leave. I don't want to hear of it again.
I'm not trying to berate you, but all three of us stood in a room next to the queen when she had a list out that perfectly detailed every single object that we have. There are eyes on us in every continent that we travel, and we need to start acting as though that's the case. Word of what we do travels farther than we realize. We need to start taking responsibility for how we treat people.
We have to worry about the McGarry name, Imric.
True. Yeah, you're right.
I say sneering
Alright.
at you.
Yeah, you guys are totally right. This has destroyed our family name.
I fill the
How will we
grave.
ever return to the capital with such a blemish on our person?
There's only one way to make sure the story doesn't spread.
That's right. There is.
Shut up, Koibu.
Tyrell, we should teach him a lesson. We should go kill every man and woman. in this
Anton,
village.
just stop. No one needs to die. The person I attacked was a danger to me. He was actively trying to kill me.
Imric, he was
him
not
or
a
me.
danger to you.
What would you have had me done?
I
I would have had you.
I look to
punched him.
Imric and I say, pains me to admit this. And this might be one of the most agonizing thoughts I've ever come to, but perhaps Arxamba was right to not trust us with some of the spells that she's imbued you with.
You know what? You've gone too far. Can we leave, please?
He's
I'm
not
bored
mad,
of
Imric.
being-
He's just disappointed.
I am bored of being berated by the two of you.
All right, let's go.
Slow-minded fools. Maybe you
we
should
leave
stay in this
and
village.
we're
You
gonna
might be the
cast the
smartest
time
one
forward.
here if you were to stay.
Come down there, 14 in.
Oh my god.
There's no need for that. All right.
Okay.
How
you guys
intelligent
leave.
do those glasses make you when you put them on? Do you see
I
the
don't
error?
know. I don't know what they do yet. I take them now. What do they look like?
When you wear them, are you able to see the error of your ways yet? How intelligent do they make you?
Yeah, that's right. I'm the evil one here. Okay. I'm adding it to my character sheet.
Anton is very excited that he's finally created vengeance for people and that they are hopefully going to come after him. Because that's his true dream. To fuck someone up and then have their kid.
We didn't give them the name, right?
He said Velthar's chosen, so he kind of did.
And
Yeah.
the oft-forgotten aura of vengeance or grudge aura that exudes from your amulet.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Right,
we
yeah.
forget about this.
How did they feel?
Man, Tyrael certainly doesn't.
I usually don't want to tell you guys how they feel, but this aura has been affecting every NPC you've been interacting with. And I have been trying to slow roll it and keep it behind the scenes how exactly it works. So no more answers, but do remember that that is a real effect of your
Would
artifact.
that priest have been affected by the aura? How large is the
I
aura?
was nowhere near him.
Well, you were outside the church.
I'm thinking this is like the longer you spend around somebody, the more it affects them. Not like you instantly see somebody
Yeah.
and they're super hateful, my guess.
Yeah. The glasses of the Arcanist impose a penalty of 1 to the subjects of your spells.
Well, that's pretty good.
Well, -1 spell save.
Yeah, -1 save on all spell effects that you cast.
Sure, okay.
Okay.
What else?
Yeah, what else?
That's it.
Wait,
pretty
no.
good,
Oh, wait. Doesn't this allow you to read scrolls? Perfectly.
Different. Must have been a different item. Different item.
Whoa, hold on. We need to find out.
Let me
which
take a
fucking
look
item
at
it
my
was.
gear list here. Hold on.
That was just an item from
Because
the...
I don't understand how this would be worth for a fisherman at all.
Well, no, I
it's
think
not,
that
it's
the
not.
mermaid just gave them something of value because it sounds like the mermaid's life was saved by the fisherman.
Yeah.
Although that does seem weird because the mermaid must have taken this from that temple or whatever. And that
She must have been a very important mermaid.
I guess.
That
Well,
mermaid
but
should've died.
actually, what saves are we talking about? Because maybe if you fish in this world, does the fish have to make a save against your net? Maybe that would actually
That's
help.
not nice,
Probably.
Maybe this guy was like the
I
best.
know this
fisher in
doesn't
the town.
seem like a great item, but it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
-1 spell saves is pretty good.
Okay, but we were gonna get an item that let us read scrolls perfect.
Yeah, well, it was always just guessing though.
So let's see. I just want to make sure, you know.
Eyeglasses of the Arcanist. Ugh. That's why I can't
No.
find it under just glasses. Who the fuck puts it under eyeglasses instead of just glasses?
British people.
Anton, this episode, when he met Pepe the Croak or whatever, he was super, that guy's really cool. He lived his life. He sat there, he took his death like a champ. And Anton only hopes that he can kill someone and make their kid seek vengeance and come after him.
Jesus.
It's
Christ.
like
Right.
Afro. Have you ever watched Afro Samurai or whatever?
Yes.
Oh my
How they're all coming for the one? Yeah.
Where they're going
that's
for
Anton.
the 2, right?
Oh, yeah, because everybody
you-
wants to go after the one, but you
Yeah,
need to get the 2 first.
To go
yeah.
after the 1, yeah.
I'm sorry, I did have the wrong set of glasses.
Oh,
You're
okay.
absolutely
Nice
right.
work. Nice
Thank
work.
God. All
Nice
right,
work.
what do we
You're
got?
absolutely right. These magical rose-tinted lenses have narrow platinum frames, best suited for the smaller heads of elves and kender. Created by the wizard Arcanist centuries before the Cataclysm, these glasses have been lost throughout the ages. For a time, Dalamar had possession of them. These spectacles allow wearers true seeing on anything within 2 feet. The glasses enable the wearer to read and comprehend all writings no matter what language, but do not guarantee understanding of the topic. Obviously, if you read a physics textbook, you don't just understand physics, you still have to do the work. The glasses enable the wearer to read and comprehend. Magical scrolls and books may be read, but the glasses do not automatically enable non-spellcasters to cast spells. Rogues and fighters have a 5% chance to use a magical scroll, but have a 25% chance of reversing the spell. Low-level spellcasters can cast high-level spells without error. The wearer may also use glasses to detect forgeries, find hidden items, see through mundane magical illusions, and see invisible objects or creatures in range, which is 2 feet. The DM rolls a 1d20. On a 1, the user misinterprets what is seen or sees an illusory image.
You're welcome.
Damn. That's a lot better.
Yeah.
Nice. Sweet. Well, that was worth it.
Definitely.
Our party can make it back home.
Wait, no. We have time pools.
Oh yeah,
There
me
should
a
be
time
3
pool.
more because we have to do the stuff. Okay, so the next one is going to be me time pooling the death of her husband.
The death of the queen's husband.
Yep.
I will say, Koibu,
1d100?
time pool, the chance seems so fucking high, but
It probably needs some revisions.
because I feel like we have infinite access to lore whatever we want now for.
You'll have infinite access to lore anyways because if it wasn't this campaign, you'd have a lot of fucking time.
Wait,
So
would it-
eventually
oh,
you'll get it.
Sure, but I'm just saying it's like this is obviously really, really, really powerful, right?
Yep.
But you're also like, this is what happens when you're 9th level. You are ridiculously powerful. That is the.
Sure.
That's where you are, boys. Time pool is in a different book.
Do you want me to click the thing? You can have it here.
No, it's fine.
Fuck, he's gonna
What
read at me, Nick, like he did.
Spell
you.
level is it?
It's 5th.
Yeah. It's in the 3rd book.
we did this a lot. We did this in my solo session, so I'm pretty sure it's a 50% chance base, 5% per wisdom over 15, so that's an extra 15. So then we're at 65 plus my 15% chance for using my guided faith or whatever.
Yep.
So it gets me to 80
Okay.
or 85. I don't know.
We all stand rapt with attention.
True.
Wait, Nick, if you just said something, your mic was muted.
Oh, yeah, this is the big one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to see the death of the queen's husband.
I rolled a 2. Yep.
Specify the name, right? Just in case she married it or dumb shit, which she was.
Yeah,
I gave the exact
Okay,
thing.
yeah, okay,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead.
you got this thing. He lays in bed, blankets pulled up to his neck, hands over on top of them, coughing and hacking. The queen stands nearby, as does Arc Somber and the High Cleric. Around them are also the children of the queen and her husband at a greater range. The man hacks and coughs and wheezes. The High Cleric rests their hands upon the man's chest and casts the telling blue glow of a healing spell, doing their best to aid his suffering. But soon shakes their head in the direction of the queen, who comes over, sits by his side, and brushes the sweat from his brow. The man continues to cough and hack and wheeze, slowly hacking up blood, and then something sort of solid, and then hacking until he just lays back with one deep, long, gasping breath that ends with a long, slow sigh.
Is this how
Is the queen crying?
No, she is not crying. She brushes the hair away, kind of makes him look a little bit nicer. Does her best to close his eyes. The cleric comes over with a rag and moves the blood from his face, but it's still all over the blankets. The queen gets up and goes to the children, says something to them quietly, and then they come to the bed and grieve. They are openly weeping.
This is
And this
how
is
we
what we've
heard that
heard?
the queen was killed, or the husband died, right?
There have been many stories of this man's death that you have heard. The official story is he died in his bed.
But we heard one where he was
but
pushed out a window. Or
You
something.
heard a story he was pushed out of a window. You had heard a story that he was poisoned. You had heard a story that he was pushed down a flight of stairs. There were many tales that implicated a murder in this situation.
So
Okay.
I am a rogue, and I believe I should have a great many experiences with different types of poisons. Are there any odd, markings, maybe the way that his eyes look, maybe markings around the skin, something that might look like, oh, this guy looks like he was killed by a poison? Maybe not 100%, but something that could look that way?
Hey, let me see. Do you have a toxicology proficiency?
No.
Make me an intelligence check at half your int. So a d20 plus 6.
7?
You do not recognize any signs of poisoning on this person. It might just be that it's a poison that you don't know, or it might be just an ordinary mundane death as it appears to be.
How old is the king?
The queen's consort is
Or the, yeah.
he's a good 15 years older than the queen.
But he's
So
still
in
in
this
his
situation,
40s, 50s.
he would have been in his 50s, maybe his 60s here.
So it would be well, actually, it would be almost unthinkable that a man with this much access to magical healing would die at that age to a disease, no? I'll say this out loud, looking to Anton and Imric. Why would we ever expect somebody with this much access to this many spells to die at this young an age?
Some sort of degenerative disease. It's possible.
There are some stuff that cure disease won't fix. I ran into this once before,
How
but
do
I'm
you,
not. I'm not sure.
what kind of things? What kind of infections?
like autism, for example, or like
Is this guy coughing and
epilepsy,
hanging a lung
like
from a-
epilepsy or something. like,
I mean,
well,
it's probably lung cancer, right? That's probably what's killed him. But we obviously don't know
Cancer,
what
yeah.
cancer is. But
Can this so that we can heal cancer with the?
Not a
Cure
cure like wound
disease.
spell.
Well, no,
Would
but
cure,
isn't there like
cure
cure
disease
disease?
one cloak.
You know, you'd
That
need to
cure
talk to
cancer?
someone who does a lot of healing magic to understand these things. Anton
but
does
it-
have some healing spells, but he
But
uses
wait.
it mostly for combat wounds, not for, trying to heal the chronically ill.
But it's known that some like nobles die of diseases that clerics can't save them, right? Yeah.
But, those are always the devil's in the details, right? Is it because there wasn't a strong enough cleric there, or was it because it's beyond the realm of healing? Clearly, this was accepted as true by the people of Drekis. Not by everyone, but enough people accepted this as a possible fate that there must be some plausibility to it.
Okay. I think we should go back to the capital, and I think that the three of us should go together, and we should ask Arc Sombre.
Ask her what?
We should ask her what she thinks of the Queen's husband's death.
Okay, we can do that, but let's just think about it. What are we hoping to achieve here? Because we're gonna.
it's inevitably going to get back to the queen.
That's a very suspicious question to be asking. Especially when she's gonna know what spells we've just unlocked.
I think we should wait on this. Bide our time.
Well, we don't know how much time we have left to bide, though.
I could time pool when it showed me exactly the moment that so and so contracted his disease. Probably. It's an event that happened.
Even if the worst is true and the queen herself poisoned him, right? We don't understand what their relationship was like. We don't know the reasons why she did it. What we do know is that she's a good queen of Drekis. She's guiding us through this war. Do we really want to question that decision? I mean, it's normal for a queen to order the deaths of men.
I mean, it
I
would
agree
be
with
nice
Emmerich
to
right
know.
now.
All I know is
He's not from the royal family.
true. All I know is that. Oh fuck. Okay, I'm retconning a little, but I would have asked this. Can I use my ring of seeing? Did we say we could use our ring of seeing through like time pools and shit, or no? Or like detect magic through time pools? No.
We used to text magic through time pool. No, we're not through time pool. Sorry, through the
Okay.
crystal.
Can
Arc Sombre is a very good person, and I don't think that she would ever willingly participate in the assassination of somebody. So if she signs off on it, I would trust her over anybody else because we know that she's good. I'll like,
Okay.
I'm kind of like touching my ring of seeing as I say that. Like we know that she's a good person. Yeah. But okay.
we sleep? I wake up. I get another time pool. Just want to do one more.
Where are you guys sleeping? Just out in the woods here?
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
No.
Well, we're not sleeping in the town.
Do we not have the ability to fly back to Northern Ireland?
Not tonight.
Okay.
Northern Ireland. Oh, sorry, far north.
Or
Ireland.
farther Northern Ireland.
Don't want to go there. It's dangerous.
Hold on. Okay. Tal Ashar. How big is this city? It's like a major port city, right? I would imagine there are soldiers
It's a major
and shit.
town.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big city.
So we just webbed and showed up in dragon armor and all this shit, and now we're gonna sleep. Right? We're not doing that. We're not sleeping here.
Okay, where do you want to sleep?
You got a nap, Anton?
I do. I took 2 naps today. Yeah.
Well, Neil, how quick did we find it? If this was the first day, did I find it after I cast nap to learn the... Like, do I have another casting of
You
polymorph
flew
self is the question?
here, and then you flew here,
And then we rested.
No, we rested.
rested, then it would have been on your first 16 miles. Yeah,
So
okay.
I've got another casting of polymorph, so I could take us to Sleeping Dragon Island if you'd like. Could see what's there. Maybe we'll find a sleeping dragon.
Sure, fuck it. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Fuck it, yeah, let's go.
It'll be nice to know. Our weapons will tell us anyways.
I'm gonna fly to Sleeping Dragon Island.
Yeah, and I'll
Excellent.
touch my hammer as we approach it. So by the time we're 12 miles away or whatever, I'll ask if Crawford can feel the dragon there.
No, there's no dragons here, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
we sleep.
we'll sleep here then.
Black dragon back in Solemn, though.
Yeah, we
We're
know.
going for it, buddy.
Okay. You can
Anton
sleep
wakes
here on
up.
Dragon Island. Mhm.
Last
and then we
time
can
pool.
teleport back.
Yeah. Show me the last time that someone was successfully resurrected.
Shit.
It hits.
waters swirl around you on sleeping Dragon Island. And as they crystallize, you see a pair of eyes staring back at you. Only a pair of eyes in the otherwise black waters gazing into you, Anton.
Do we see the eyes, or is it just black to us?
You see them, but they're very clearly transfixed into Anton. And then
I take a couple of
ripples
steps back.
and fades
Anton,
and vanishes.
what was that?
I would only assume that I shouldn't be asking those questions.
What kind of
Yeah,
question?
I would say we're strong, but let's not upset the gods.
Do you think we can start asking questions about the Senegal figure? The woman who trades with dragons?
Yeah, we can.
Perhaps, yeah, with time. Let's find ourselves back home
Let's do that.
first. I would like to get the details of these glasses worked out. So the next morning I'll teleport us back home.
All right.
I'll roll my
You
D100.
guys can
I
make
think
your
it's
way
fine, but-
home.
Yep.
And I think that is where we can end our session for the day.
Wait, I think we wanted to do
Can we-
a couple more time pulls first, too.
We can do one more or two more temples if you
Sure,
want.
yeah. That's fine. We got time.
Okay. I have the question. Hold on, I gotta pull it up. I have it written down. Okay. Show me when Abraxia met with the wizard he sold his items to. So this is me time pulling basically the meaning of Senegal.
Roll it, Moot. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, fuck.
Oh, he's fucked it.
We can do the next day.
You got lucky there, Neil.
You're gonna
Same
get
one.
It here. You're gonna get it here. Yeah. Based.
When Abraxia sold their items to Senegal the Wizard,
Something like
Or
that. Yeah.
traded would be a better word.
I said, show me when Abraxia met with the wizard he sold his items to.
Oh, it's going to be adding time pool to the list of spells that includes resurrection pretty soon.
Yeah, true.
Abraxia is a woman, right? A female dragon?
mm-hmm.
Okay.
You see Abraxia standing or submerged within her toxic pool of water that is the entrance to her lair.
Yeah, same as the other one.
There stands a single wounded giant and 3 dead giants nearby the pool. And this wizard, small little human wizard, dressed in white robes head to toe, cloth over her head, sort of blocking most of her from view, just kind of showing her face a little bit. Even that has a whitened veil over the front of it, so the details on the face are difficult to make out.
Can you explain how the ogres are dead? Are they like charred? Are they burned?
You can see smoke rising from one of their bodies. But otherwise, the angle doesn't show the wounds on the creatures, but one of them is steaming somewhat. And the dragon's head is below the surface as the white-robed human woman speaks to the dragon in Eridonian, offering to protect her lair in exchange for payment. Payment can be in coins or in magic items, but it must be enough to earn the spells. And Abraxia will respond with questions about how can I trust you? If I let you into my lair, how do I know you won't steal everything? The woman simply says, this is what I do. I sell services to powerful creatures. I have no need to make enemies, only need to make money. Abraxia considers the situation carefully and submerges herself, coming back out minutes later with a chest that she puts up onto the land. The wizard goes over and opens the chest, views the objects within, speaks the words to a spell, and a bit of like a bubble appears around her, and she submerges beneath the waters and follows Abraxia, who beckons her down, leaving the chest up with the one giant watching it, while the two descend into the lair to presumably conduct the spells.
Can we see into that chest? Can we see anything, like any objects sitting at the top of it?
No, you got a view from the back side of it as it was opened and then shut again.
Gotcha.
Last one for the day. At night, I nap, wake up. Show me when Gilder and Scoria met about her joining the war. Chilling.
It is coronation day in the Mystrian capital of Crownhold. Knights and nobles alike fill the main castle square to watch Lord Gilder become King Gilder as he stands on the balcony over everything. A priest places a crown upon his head. Words are spoken. A cheer comes up from the crowd when the gates are blown open, and in walks a woman in a light red sundress with long red burning hair, who walks towards the crowd. Someone goes to stop her, and she simply raises her hand, and 5 small darts appear from it, one from each finger, piercing through the man, splaying him out on his back dead. The assembled people pause as the woman motions behind her and the gates shut. The direction of the lighting just so happens to be casting a shadow of this woman down on, or from towards the gates that she is now before, and her shadow presents itself as that of a large dragon, not of a small woman in a comfortable red sundress. The people fall silent as they can as you can see on their faces, the dragon fear begins to overwhelm them. King Gilder hurriedly rushes down to the front gates as the crowd parts, letting Scoria in human form walk through. King Gilder takes a knee before her as she walks up to the main gate, entering into the castle. As she gets close enough, she motions downward, and he drops from one knee to both knees to full kowtow before her. When she is sufficiently pleased, she tells him to rise and walks inside with him.
And it cancels there?
And it ends there.
And looking at her, she doesn't look anything like the Senegal person, right? No resemblance whatsoever.
Probably not. The Senegal woman did have a veil covering her face, but she did seem to be a little bit taller. Scoria in human form is 5'5", 5'6" maybe. The Senegal woman was maybe 5'7", 5'8". I guess heels could make a difference, or someone standing on their toes, or maybe there's a little variance in the shape change.
So
maybe she's intentionally trying to disguise herself. Excuse me?
All right, so I'm talking now to Emric and Anton. So we need to kill, I guess before us we have a few things we probably need to take care of as soon as possible. We need to get the Ion Stones from the Black Dragons over in Solemn, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then there's one dragon that we need to kill for those Ion Stones, correct? Just one over there?
It's not as straightforward as that. There are a number of Iron Stones, and we may need multiple versions of a specific one. I'm hoping that finding one of the type we need may help us to use the Wish Scroll or to track down others like it.
And what does the Iron Stone do again?
It allows the person who has its protection to absorb spells cast at the person. So this would protect us from Scoria's Dispel magic, which would stop her dispelling our fire protections.
Understood.
Enabling her breath weapon not to hurt
There are
us.
some Ion Stones that give you a level. There are some Ion Stones that give you intelligence, dex.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just hoping
They do
for
all
one we
sorts of
get
things.
from this Black
But I think
Dragon.
we get... It says in the book you get 3, and I think there's 10. So there's two of them are ones that we can use. So there's a decent chance we'll find one of the ones we need.
Okay, we have to do that. Have you told us about wanting to go to the sky wizard thing?
Yeah, I think. But I'm going to go there on my own when we've got a bit of time.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure we have all this lined out. So we need to go to Solemn. You need to do the sky wizard. Go to the sky fortress or whatever.
Airship. Yeah.
The airship. And I feel like the next big thing we do should be tracking down this Senegal person. What do you think?
Or Justine. But yeah.
What do we gain by tracking down Senegal, do you think?
She
Information on
sounds like-
Scoria, or are you looking to rob her?
Well, one, she'll have information on Scoria. Two, it may be possible that we could barter with her. She trades with powerful creatures. We definitely possess probably more than almost any creature in the land besides Scoria herself.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just think she might be a great wealth of knowledge and treasure. Although I don't imagine she'll tell us much because it would betray
Well,
clients.
sounds like she's greedy. For the right price, she might.
Potentially. As a thief myself, I'll say that if you backstab the people that you do business commonly with, they tend not to do business with you. But anyways, I mean, regardless,
true.
she sounds like she would be a wealth of information and treasure. So I think we should go after her perhaps after the Black Dragon. Well, our greatest tracking ability is the amulet. But unfortunately, Anton's is going to be preoccupied with Justine. But we can't go after her until she's left the capital, of Mystria.
Yeah, we have to be ready. We have to be ready to make a move on Justine when she leaves.
I check on her. Where's she at?
Justine is presently within Dragon Peak.
Shit. She's probably about to get fucking roasted.
Yeah, she better get fucked.
Yeah.
Oh my god, imagine how convenient it would be if Scoria killed her.
Yeah, Scoria kills her. Yeah. Well, she might. I mean, she did fuck up big time.
Are you gonna roll that, Koibu? Or, well, I guess you can't say.
I can't say, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Other things,
We'll just
there's
roll
the white
something, and
dragons.
then if you were gonna, you know.
There's the white dragons in the Talons. There's the red Scoria's children in Gold Hill. There's the Abraxia, the green dragon. Although that's the last thing we do.
Abraxia is probably the last thing that we do. I think the next part of our campaign is probably going to be like Dragon Ball fucking Z. We're going around collecting the Ion Stones. And then probably after that, Scoria's kids.
Well, I feel
then
like that Senegal lady has got to have like some crazy.
Oh yeah, I agree with the Senegal lady. So
Yeah.
You know what? She might be helpful. She might even have more of the Iron Stones we need.
should we meet her
Possibly.
first?
Well, I
No,
think
I
we
say
should
we
go.
find the first ones, and then we know what we're looking for.
Yeah, let's go to Solemn, and on our way to Solemn, we could be time pulling and scrying and trying to find her.
Yeah, we have a lot of time there too. Yeah.
Wait. Also, what was the name of the green dragon that we killed?
Abraxia.
No. Hydroxus? No. Wait, Abraxia is the one we killed.
Abraxia is the one that we killed.
So what's the one in the Overgrowth?
That's
Okay, I was just making sure because somebody said we got to kill Abraxia, and I thought that was the one we killed. So I don't know if I like. Missed
Yeah.
the
Okay.
names.
No, you're right. I'm getting the name wrong.
Zorthis.
Okay.
Zorathis.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one we gotta kill. Sorry.
Yeah.
We want to
can
get you level
we-
10, so can we get you XP here?
Yeah. Can we get some XP now?
Okay. You guys killed one black dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Bullwogs. We slaughtered a whole
Bullwogs.
town of them.
Also,
Goldilocks, yeah.
you said as I cut the webs off of those citizens that they all ran away. So we also defeated a town full of people.
True.
100
50,
people.
50. Yep.
They never posed a threat to you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, well. Oh.
Oh, so I was
then Nick
right.
Killed him
Nick
in cold
did
blood.
kill an innocent person then. Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
Based.
what? Give me
He said they
XP for
never-
priest nail.
Innocent is not the same as doesn't pose a threat to you.
He did pose a threat though.
He
could have killed me
The
if I'd not.
civilians
Absolutely
within the webs. The civilians in the webs are worth nothing.
Yeah.
That guy could have rolled 10 natural 20s on you, and I don't think you would have died.
Or they could have all piled us like the fucking dudes that came out of the.
The kobolds.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Kobolds are organized militaristic units. Those were just random civvies. They don't have that sort of guts to take care of that situation.
I'm going to time pull the life next episode of that cool-ass frog guy.
Yeah.
So you better get his lore, Koibu.
yeah.
You better get his
Oh,
lore
I've got his
going.
lore. It's ready.
It was fucking based.
Can we not do like a one shot, Neil, and I'll play Pepe the Frog and we can just fill out his love.
His name wasn't Pepe. Don't ruin what was a cool character.
Oh, so Koibu does agree he was a cool character.
So he was a cool character.
All right,
He
there
was a
we
cool
go.
character, yeah.
He was too cool to give a fuck about dragon slayers coming in his house, dude. It's
Do I
if
look
you're
like
gonna
a
kill me,
fucking
just
dragon
fucking-
seer?
If you're gonna kill me, just fucking do it, bitch.
Oh, goddamn frog. That's funny.
All right, so the dragon gives that. Ooh, whoops, actually, it should give a little bit more. I forgot to include breath weapon.
We should get some quest XP for finally fulfilling getting the glasses, I mean.
Oh yeah, true.
That's actually true.
Because
So
we've been after
dragon-
them for a while.
Bullywug Village.
Oh, something I'm kind of curious about.
That seems too much for Bullywug Village.
Or I don't know if there's a reason you can't explain this, or maybe it's an oversight, or maybe it's just whatever. Well, my understanding is that you would never have like a commoner buried with something important, because grave robbers would always steal it. That's why the pharaohs had like the big tombs and all that shit, and guards, because otherwise people like, how does a guy like that get buried with glasses, fine glasses, and nobody tries to rob the grave?
I don't think
No
there's
one
any
wanted to know.
secrets that I can't reveal to you here. The lore behind this person is that the mermaids gifted him this thing, and he just took it as a token of good luck and wore it, wore the glasses, and really didn't tell anyone about it. Like, he told his family, he told maybe some stories that a mermaid gave him these glasses, but like when a
Nobody
sailor
believed him.
tells you a mermaid gave me the, just whatever. And he lived in a small village, and
Oh, okay.
never really came across anyone who would have found it.
I
It
would
was
view
just
glasses
by
in this
chance.
world as being like super anachronistic, but I guess maybe they're not. Like, are glasses like, can you buy glasses like prescription lenses in this world, or?
You can buy some lenses, but they are rare to come across. So some like him having glasses at all would be a surprise. But when someone has something bizarre and then they tell you an even wilder tale about it, you might be like, okay, so maybe you found those in like a fishing trap. Maybe a ship sunk and you picked them up and now you're wearing them because you think it's cool or whatever.
Okay.
They're rose tinted. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Nice guy. You know? In this situation, this person just happened to not really make a big deal out of it. Otherwise, grave robbers probably would have come and stolen them a long, long time ago.
So we're gonna start going from
just-
grave to grave, just looking for magical items. That's
True.
what we're gonna do next.
Anton gave a whole village of people something to live for, and the Bulwargs something to go after. He created vengeance. Okay, add that to the XP.
Nice. I will add that to the XP. Bullywugs, dragon, glasses, sort of rounding out that storyline. Oh boy. Anything else?
Oh,
Maybe some role-playing
fuck.
experience?
I didn't scream at Imric,
Yeah.
Good RP session.
or I didn't scream at Anton in game for this, but another huge reason why Tyrael is pissed off is because we told those monks to try to find those glasses and investigate, and now they're gonna find out that we went to some random town, slaughtered a priest, and then dug
They're
up.
not going to find that out.
Oh, you should be mad at Imric, not Anton. Anton didn't do that.
No, Anton did do that. Or wait, no, I'm
Imric is
sorry.
the one who killed
my
the
mind is
priest.
getting fucked. 'Cause
Yeah.
he fucked the dragon name up. Fuck you. Okay.
Yeah, the
Emmerich,
priests
yeah.
will be fine. The monks will be fine. They won't. Even if they found out, they'd be fine. But they won't.
They're
find
gonna
out.
be chill that we just grave
They're
rob?
gonna be probably mad.
They're gonna be pit. They was their fellow citizens.
They're gonna understand why we why we did it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make you next episode. We're gonna time pull them and explain what happened, and I'm gonna be there with you while you explain what happened to them without any lies, so that everybody's on the up and up. Okay. Keep in mind
Okay.
that I gave them a letter that they can use to like destroy the reputation of all of our fucking
Yeah.
nobility, right? So if they feel like we're
Oh,
fucking
Tyler,
around,
the guy tried to kill me for fuck's sake. What do you want?
okay, well then you should have no problem
Yeah.
explaining that to them.
I won't.
Okay.
Do you want to
Why
add in
don't-
my solo section XP? Probably just get rid of that.
Yeah, we're just gonna toss it aside.
fine, yeah,
Why don't we all take home 15,500 experience? I tried to be as generous as
No,
conceivable.
I cast a lot of spell. I cast 46 spell levels now. 3 teleports, that's 15. 5 polymorph selves, that's another 20, that's 35. Magic missile, 36. Mirror image, 38. Stone skin, 42. Invisibility, 44. Web, 46.
Okay.
So how much is that?
How much XP? That's times 50 each.
Yeah.
So that's another 2,400.
Damn it.
Did you do hit dice of monsters we killed?
No, it's just
almost
fighter
a
XP.
fighter,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
How much short am I?
How short are you?
Oh no, this is 10,150 for you, Nick.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, 1550
Ah,
divided by
it's
2
just
plus
enough.
2400. You are 150 over.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did it.
I did it! Oh, time to roll like HP.
Did we get fighter XP for hit die or no?
Yeah, the dragon had 9 hit dice, and then you guys slew maybe 20 bullywugs. So 9 and 20 is 29.
Thank you.
So it's 29 times 450. No, 29 times 50. No, 29 times 90, right?
Yeah, so it's another 2,610 for your fighters.
Do we really care because we're swapping to milestone?
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna update it.
So
but
we're not
I don't
adding
think
that, or we are adding that?
added it.
I
might
think
as well.
we're going to go to a milestone system. So whenever you do something that is sufficiently big to have earned a level due to whatever I happen to think,
Oh god.
then we'll level you guys. So it'll just be whenever the DM declares it.
So we had kind of talked about it. So these are just ideas, not locked in stone. But like one example of like a big thing would be killing the green dragon in near fucking Matava. Another one would be like going and killing all of Scoria's generals. So that's guaranteed like 2 levels right there. And then probably another one somewhere else through an ion stone. So we could technically get to like maybe 6 level spells.
That would be pretty
you might
great.
be able to snag. You can, if you do a bunch of shit, you can probably get 1 or 2 levels. You might be able to swing a 3rd level. But,
Possible, but yeah.
Yeah.
What about getting ion stones?
Ion stones aren't level
It's
worthy.
just an item, isn't it? Yeah.
What about killing the queen? Yeah.
A lot of
Taking,
ways I know.
taking over the kingdom, maybe.
Okay.
Probably
Alright.
worth a level.
Well, it's been fun. We'll see you
Wait,
guys.
I need to roll.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's got to roll shit.
HP.
Are you getting? Are you
And,
picking your spell?
I'm just going to take fly now. It's all right.
Yeah.
Wait, do you
Yeah,
want
so
high,
it's-
low,
I
middle?
just honestly can't believe you still don't have fly.
He's
No,
just
I'm not
taking-
rolling it. I'm not rolling. I'm just taking
Right,
it.
right, I know.
Yeah. No, I'm telling Destiny. I can take
Or
one.
he could roll for 3 things.
Or I can roll for 3.
Oh
I'll
my
just take
god.
one,
No,
'cause-
roll for 3. Wait, what are your chances
You should
of getting
roll-
No, it's not worth it because I can basically have access to all spells that I need anyway, so I can roll for them. I can roll for as many spells as I want, really.
You're
Because
scared.
I've
Just say you're
got like a
scared.
full library.
Nick,
So I'm scared. I
just say
should
that-
guarantee the one.
Yeah, because you're scared. Just say you're scared.
You're scared. Just say you're scared.
Okay, listen, if it helps you sleep at night, I'll say I'm scared.
He's so scared. Oh my god.
I'm scared, okay.
He's
I'm scared to roll. Yeah. You win. I want to marry a carrot.
Is that a British
Simpsons.
expression?
It's a Simpsons reference where they're all going, when Lisa says she's a vegetarian, they're all going, Lisa wants to marry a carrot. Lisa wants to marry a carrot. And she's like, yeah, I want to marry a carrot.
All right.
All
Give
right,
us another
it's
good
D6
HP roll.
right now. It's D6, right?
Wait, you're level 10, right?
Oh, wait, do I not get another roll?
No, you're done.
No. Am I?
I'm like 99% sure you're done at 9.
Just checking.
You get 2 plus con, I think.
Oh, goody.
I could be wrong.
Let's see. Wizard. Level 10.
No, I gotta
gets
roll.
a hit die. Okay,
you gotta
so
roll, okay.
wizards get a hit die at 10, and I think rogues get a hit die at 10.
We're doing D6, right?
I don't remember what you've been rolling.
Haven't we? Didn't we say D6 for rogue, but then we switched to D8, so it was always D8. So is it D8 for wizards?
No, but I've
too?
been doing I've been doing, it's D4 in the book for wizards, but I think
Yeah,
we've been
wizards have
doing
been doing D6.
Okay.
Come on, big number.
Get a 5 or 6. There it is.
Oh, that's big.
I rolled a
for you.
10 last level as well. Holy
it
shit!
is. There it is.
You're
The curse
evening
is
out.
broken. Ah, I got 40 HP. Holy shit.
That's big.
That's insane. I'm so happy.
Wow.
All right. Great.
Okay.
This has been a good session for me.
Did you have any questions from the Patreon or no?
Nope. I checked.
Cool.
Okay, so next time for Koibu, we're probably going to Solemn and hunting down Senegal. Those are the 2 things we're doing.
Yeah, we're going to Solemn,
great.
killing the black dragon, and hunting down Senegal.
That's gonna be
Okay.
it's going to be at least a session to get to.
Oh no,
The
we're gonna have
dragon.
both of those done in one session, Koibu. Okay, we're gonna be
And we want croak lore.
and we went. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna be
Right.
hyper booking it. Okay.
Okay.
Ayo, make croak fan art. Thank you.
All right, cool. Thanks
right.
for the game, guys. Thanks for watching.
Mm-hmm.
Bye bye.
We'll be back. Yep. See you later. Peace out.
See you
Join the
next week.
Patreon.
Yeah. Bye.
Get the merch.
True.
RegalGoblins.com.
Get the match.